Welcome to the hot seat. I had to wait for that blue light to go. I appreciate you guys being here. We have a big time star in our midst, a wonderful guest, a great guest, and we're excited to have him here. Jack from the Cooking with Jack show is here, and we're going to – oh, man, I did it again. I got to stop watching YouTube during the week because I don't mute my own thing. Just rookie move. Anyway, so Jack's here with us today. We're excited to have him. We're going to have a great time tonight. Lots of chatting going on. I'm excited. I see people talking about how cold it is right now in their neck of the woods. I get it. It's actually cold in Southern California. It was like 40 degrees last night when I took my boy to the baseball practice, and that's cold for us. All right, so I want to shout out to my co-host with the most, Kent Vandy Weird. How are you doing, brother? Say hi to the people.
Doing great. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
All right. Cool. Short and sweet, just like you. Love it. All right. To my moderators in the chat. I haven't seen all you guys, but I seen Dan in there. Hobo's there. That's it. Dan and Hobo, right? Oh, there's Booger. How you doing, Booger? See, Jason, Scott, Kirby, Red, and Jay will be along, but they're on the lookout for everybody. Smokey Dan said 40. It was a heat wave.
Amen.
Yeah, it's true. All right, guys. I want to say hi to the people in the chat for sure. Got Jimmy Q in there. Mega Fred Zeppelin's in the house. Keith Bedtag's in there keeping score. The Griddling Grandpa's there. How you doing? See, Easy Bake is here. Jason is here. Thanks a lot, Jason, for putting that link in there. Eric from Smoking, Barbecues and Tips and Recipes. Kent Rogers, 1984 Barbecue. Our boy Mike from Everyday Barbecue and Cuisines in the house. Daryl Bad Beast, Hog Wild Barbecue, Tom's Food Factory, Suburban Barbecue, Cooking with James, LT's in the house, Bottle Cap Barbecue, Woodchuck, Jacqueline, how you doing? Stephanie, Polly Q, what's going on? Ray Guy, how you doing? If I missed you guys, I'll catch you on the next round. One thing we are doing differently tonight, and I think both Kent and I are okay with this. There's no super shots tonight. No hashtag super shots. All right. I'll explain, Jack. A couple weeks ago, we had a guest that enjoyed her libations and suggested we take a shot before we get going. Right. So we did. And then it became a thing where people kept putting super chats in to get us to take shots. Wow. So it was a good way to make a buck or two.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. And then we did it the next week. And no, hashtag super shots kind of hurt the next day. So we're gonna hopefully take a break this time. All right, T-Roy Cooks is in the house. How you doing? Smoking Joe's Barbecue, BG Barbecue. How you doing, guys? Well, let's introduce our guest here. Jack, say hi to the people, brother.
Hey, guys. How you doing? I just want to thank the moderators because you don't realize how important your job is to make the show run smoothly, and what you're doing is very appreciated. So I just want to say hi to them, too. I don't know them personally, but I know they're working behind the scenes. So thanks for what you do. Appreciate it.
Right.
And thanks for having me on the show, too.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on, man. I'm excited to have you on here for sure. Guys, if we're not keeping up in the chat and we miss your questions, ask them again. Put it to @DaddyDutch, right? Okay. @DaddyDutch, capitalize it. He'll get the questions in, and we'll do the dang thing tonight. Like I say, keep bad tags. All right, we already got our first super chat for $2 from Woodchuck saying shots. Just kidding. Thank you. Literally, guys, I am rocking water tonight, and I think Mrs. CJ is bringing me a shake. We are keeping it low key tonight. The last couple Fridays have been a real butt kicker, so we're gonna chill out tonight. Let's see, Meat Cranium Barbecue and Review says, hey, Jack, he's one of our moderators too. See, Mel Simple Meals, how you guys doing? Thanks, Booger, for putting that in there. Jason, keep putting the things in there. T-Roy said, I want to see Jack beat the viewer record. Who holds that anyway? That would be T-Roy Cooks and Justin from Baby Back Maniac when they came on together. I'm willing to put most of my money on T-Roy bringing the heat with that one. See here. Julian, you're new here in the chat. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. T-Roy is I'm sorry. Hobo hashtag has never had a sober hot seat. Fair enough. Passion for hunting and cooking. How you doing? I think I got everybody. If I missed you, throw a hand up and I'll say hi again. Jack, I need a break after getting through those first few words. Let's talk about where you're from.
I'm from Orange County. Same
Orange County.
Yeah, Southern California. Lived there my whole life, all the way up to 2014. I was right there, right by Knott's Berry Farm. I know all about the Halloween haunt they have over there. I loved it. It was crazy. So, yeah, so I'm a city boy in the country right now, and it's interesting because I'm learning a lot about Southern hospitality out here. So I'm in Nashville right now. I moved here in 2014, and I've been living here ever since, and I've never regretted the move. It's really an awesome place. It's growing like crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's literally like before you can list your house, you're getting 10,000 over asking.
Oh,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's awesome. That's actually like old school California back there.
I remember that.
I remember putting my house up for sale way back and having an offer within like 5 minutes. They're just beating down the door. So
yeah,
not so much now, but it is what it is. See here. You're talking about Orange County. So the folks that don't know, when I invited Jack on, I was checking out his Facebook page, and I noticed that he went to school in La Palma, which is Orange County. It's called Kennedy High School. And I grew up in Garden Grove, which is in Orange County, which is a couple cities over, a little bit. Right. And my school used to play his school. Oh, cool. Sorry, real quick. My son just jumped in there. Figured you'd see this first. Just got my acceptance to CSUF. Right on. My son got accepted to Fullerton, Cal State Fullerton.
Congratulations. That's a good school. I've been there.
Good job, T-Bone. We're still hey, Janice Thompson is in the chat. It's Sauce Dash's mama. Mama Sauce Dash is in there. Very cool. Yeah, so that's good. Good job, Trent. I'm proud of you, buddy. That's awesome. Now, if we could just hear from USC, then I'll be even more prouder. No, I'm kidding, Bubba. Love you.
You're lucky to be UCLA.
He applied to UCLA and USC, and he knows I'm a big SC fan, so he just can't wait for the day when he gets the acceptance to UCLA to throw it at me. So
USC.
Hey, as long as he's going to a 4-year, I'm excited, so I don't care. So anyway, we grew up in the same area, so that was very cool to see. That I was excited about that. I had memories of Kennedy High School and playing against them, and I think we beat them most of the time.
Did you ever throw paint on our Blarney Stone? We had a Blarney Stone. Yeah, and it was in the center of senior circle, and every school we played would pour paint over the green Blarney Stone.
Yeah,
you would pour your school color over it. It was crazy. Everybody did. I'm sure you guys did at least one.
Oh yeah. Hobo put hashtag Polk High. Look, I threw for 4 touchdowns. No, I didn't throw. I wasn't that quarterback. I see Julian. Thank you. I see you just look like you're stopping by for a hot moment. Appreciate it. Tiffany Goddess. That's a cool last name. Hi, welcome. We might see a lot of new players in the chat because of our distinguished guests. So welcome, everybody. If I don't get a shout out to you, I will get there as soon as I can. Appreciate it. Barbecue Pit Dog, how you doing, brother? Christopher Tattersale says he's looking forward to your next 2 parts of your series on the sausage you're doing.
Oh, yeah, that's going really well.
Are you already mad at me? Kids
Can I do my job?
I guess that was something he was going to talk to you about, so I apologize.
That's okay.
Kent's already throwing pins, and we're not even 10 minutes into this thing. All right, cool. So let's talk about family life, wife, kids, dog, cat, ferret.
We had a dog when we moved here. That was, it lasted about a year. We never got another dog after she passed. we just we got our 2 boys, and I have a lovely wife that I'm married to, and that's about it. That's the what do we do? Let's see. My wife and I, we like to play Pokemon Go together. So that
you got something in common with Troy.
Yeah,
Troy and Sal do Pokemon like you wouldn't believe.
I totally confess that I'm addicted to Pokemon Go, and I'm looking forward to their new game. It's going to be Harry Potter Wizards Unite. They're going to be put out another game just like Pokemon Go. So my wife and I spend evenings together traveling the town catching Pokemon.
Oh, that's
totally crazy. But it's mom, dad, and we got 2 boys in our family.
Right on. How long you guys been married?
20 years.
Oh, very, very cool.
20 years last year, and then we are going to be doing our 21st at the end of this year. So wow, it's just crazy. It's great. I'm more in love with her than the day I married her.
That's so sweet, dude. Very, very sweet. All right, we had our first troll comment. So Easy Bake deleted that guy. Go ahead and just take him out. We don't need that crap going on tonight. So any of the mods, if you see any silly shit going on in there, you get rid of them quickly, please. I appreciate you all. All right. Okay. Besides YouTube megastar, what is your real job?
Half my job is YouTube, and half my job is I run a sauce company. That's what got me into YouTube, was promoting my sauces. Barbecue, hot barbecue, teriyaki, gourmet seasoning. We had a line of sauces before I was on YouTube, and my brother called me one day and said, "Why don't you promote your sauces on this website called YouTube?" I'm like, "What's YouTube? How do you spell it?" Nobody knew what it was, so I got on it in 2007 and did a few stupid, really embarrassing videos, and then I did a commercial on my sauces, and that's what got me started on YouTube. I was doing just cooking tips, and then it grew into a show.
All right. How long ago did you start the channel?
Started in 2007. I was on for, let's see. Here's what's crazy about YouTube. It took me about, how long did it take? It took me about 7 years to get 100,000 subscribers. Okay. And then it took me 18 months to get my second 100,000. Right. So it really grew fast. It wasn't exponential, but it curved up. It ramped up. I mean, the people just started coming. And so about 2 years in is when Google called me and said, "Hey, you want to be a YouTube partner?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to be." And then I'm like, "What's a YouTube partner?" I didn't know what it was. Nobody knew what it was. You had to be, back in the day, you had to be invited to be a partner. And then you had to be invited to do monetization. Now you just flip a switch.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. So how long have you been working and doing the sauces?
I've been since 2000.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
About 18 years or 19 years. It's really cool because we've come a long way. I've had celebrities that enjoy my sauce. You can buy it now on Amazon Prime. Los Angeles Times has wrote about it, about the sauces. We've got a lot of coverage regarding the sauce company. And then when I started YouTube, they helped each other. Sauce company helped promote my channel because on every bottle is my channel.
Oh, right.
And then the channel talks about my sauces. So they help each other grow. So I would say they're about equal of my business.
All right, cool. We got another super chat. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. If Kent, go ahead. Kent is drinking. All right, so Kent may be involved in some super shots just to calm down because he's so angry. I already thrown the pen. Yes, Kent. What would you like to say?
For the record, I don't care. This Friday, I'm going fishing at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to work for 4 days. So
is that tomorrow you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm done for 4 days. I'm going fishing.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken, yeah. I just want to tell you on February, I think it is 19th, we're going to be launching a fishing channel on YouTube. That's funny that you mentioned that you're a fisherman.
Yeah, but what I do up here, you probably don't do there. I'm drilling holes through the ice tomorrow.
No, I love that. Are you kidding? Ice fishing is the best. We're dying. Maybe I can come up. Can we come up and film with you?
Anytime. I'm gonna be getting some footage this weekend. I'm gonna show off basically the camper that sits on the ice that we're gonna be staying in and our setup, and the trailer we're taking with us to do our cooking in and everything. So
oh my goodness, that's gonna be
I'll
great.
let you know, Jack.
That say again?
I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, let me know when it's okay to come up. Whether it's ice fishing or noodling or regular fishing, we can do it all.
We don't noodle up here because we have too many snapping turtles.
Okay, down here we noodle a lot. On 4th of July, we eat all the catfish that was pulled out of the barrels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, crazy. I love it. What kind of fish is biting right now up there?
Walleye, perch, northern, and crappie.
Nice selection.
Yes.
I'm so jealous. My buddy's gonna go crazy when he hears that.
I tell you what, if you want to hit a good bite for panfish,
yeah,
go to Lake of the Ozarks,
right,
Southern Missouri, first week of May.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, we just did an episode, a sous vide episode, where we cooked striped bass in balsamic vinegar, aged balsamic vinegar. It was so good. And then we did a what was the other what's it called? I don't know what the fish is called. I forgot the name of it. Hold on. It was Palomar, I think it was. No. That's a knot. I'm using a knot name. I'm such an idiot. It starts with a P. Let me look that up really quick here. That is, and we smoked that fish, and that was I think it was. Is there such a fish called Palomar?
Paddlefish?
Yeah. No. Hold on. No, it's about $25 a pound. It's very expensive.
Paddock.
Pollock. Hold on, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. I got to go to my YouTube channel. How stupid is that? That's the only, it's like asking Google questions. So you go to Google, you go to the Google channel. We smoked hold on. It's called, hang on 1 second, guys. Come on, video manager. Of course you're going to take forever. Smoked pompano.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of pompano?
No.
That video will be up on February 5th. And that video, smoked pompano, very expensive fish. It's very thick. It's a white salmon. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Delicious. All right. Sorry, CJ. Go ahead.
Hey, no, I'm just here listening.
we went a little crazy on fishing there.
You know what? I have a note to talk about it. So, hey, just coming up a little bit sooner than later. No big deal. Hey, Scotty from the In for the Grills here. I have one more question. Shout out the chat again, and we'll send it over to Kent. All right. So, CJ looks thrilled. Yeah, I'm not a big fisherman. I'd rather just go on the boat and drink beer and watch everybody else fish. So, I'm okay with it.
Wait a minute. Jack will back me up on this. That's fine, CJ. Every good fisherman needs a bait bitch. Just saying.
I'm not okay with that. I am okay with drinking beer, but I don't want to be a bait bitch. So
the problem is, seriously, anywhere you turn in this part of the country, there's water. The problem with Southern California is they didn't have good water to go. You had Irvine Lake, that was it, and you had to pay to get in through a gate. Are you serious?
Yeah, exactly.
Pay money to get into a gate. When I moved here, you could put your boat in the water. It didn't cost you a dime.
Oh yeah,
I was freaked out. I'm like, really? Yeah, but in California,
you got to pay for everything in California. Come on,
pay to breathe.
Well, even the Corona Lake, you pay to go on. I mean, you're guaranteed to catch trout or whatever, but you still got to pay to do it.
I've been up there. That's a good place too.
Yeah. All right. Woodchuck says he'll be in Tokyo for 2 weeks. Delicious horse, delicious fish, delicious beef.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't tried horse before. I don't know if I'd be too hip to that, but real quick. All right. So Mega Fred, I saw him in there. We have a couple questions that are like lifetime questions from our viewers. So this is the first one from Mega Fred Zeppelin. What is your favorite music, band, instrument, whatever? Go for it.
When I started out of high school, I started DJing, so I love everything from Metallica to Mozart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a wide, eclectic taste buds, but my all-time favorite is Frank Sinatra.
Oh, fair. Oh, I love it. I love it.
I'm telling you, the man might have been a jerk, but his music was flawless.
You know the funny, and I just got a $5 super chat for helping pay for Kent's bait bitch. Great.
That's great.
That's horrible.
No, it's good.
I'll
super
take
chats
it.
all the way.
I am okay. So every week I ask this question, and no one ever says Justin Timberlake because that's my dude. Right? I love little JT. But I'm going to give you a pass this week because you said Sinatra. I am big in the Rat Pack era, the 1960s, the Summit, all that stuff. If you go in my room, I have the old picture when they're standing around the pool table.
Yep.
You know, I love that era. So you get a pass on Justin Timberlake.
Did you know Frank Sinatra got a pass on not being killed when he got Sam Giancana to get the people in Chicago to vote for John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
And when they did, there was under the agreement that they would leave the unions alone. Well, Bobby Kennedy went after the unions, so they obviously the president got shot, and Sam Giancana told Frank Sinatra, "If your music wasn't so darn good, I'd kill you right on the spot."
Yep.
That's what he said.
Oh,
so he was that good. It saved his life.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's funny. I have the old books, the memoir. I had a book from his valet, the guy who wrote it. His name's George.
I have that book.
Yeah, My Life with Mr. S. Right?
Yes. Yeah,
that has got to be my favorite book because he talks about everybody from Marilyn Monroe to JFK. You know, the whole
doing the cocaine in the back seat and all the crazy stuff.
Yeah,
so
I remember all that stuff. It's good stuff, man.
Wild book. That's a great book. If you could talk about that and post a link to that book, man.
Okay. Jason, do me a favor. Go to Barnes & Noble, whatever, and can you put a link for that book? It's My Life with Mr. S. And it's George Jacobs, I think his name was. So
I don't remember, but he told everything. He revealed.
It was such a brilliant book. I loved it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me get back to the chat. Great answer, by the way. Great answer. I saw Justin from Baby Bag Maniacs in there. Mike Montoya in there. We've had a lot more people show up. Steve from Not Another Cooking Show, which if you haven't checked out, check out Steve, dude. He's got some good things going on for sure. Anthony, Joey B, Side Yard Barbecue, Mona, Pole Art, Kris from East Wind Barbecue, Soul Food Cooking, Pit Life Barbecue. Bruce from Food for Men just dropped a $5 super chat for CJ's camera fund. In case you didn't hear, my Canon took a dump a couple months ago, and I've been shooting my videos with my iPhone. So every once in a while, someone will drop in $5 or whatever for a camera fund. So we're getting there $5 at a time. So
cool.
Beer Jag Barbecue, Rob D, I think I shouted him out. Mama T, how you doing? Big Joe from Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. James from Amy McClaimum is in the house. The Crazy Pop, Dave's Ohio Barbecue and Cooking. Hobie's Garage Cooking or Barbecue. Sorry if I got that wrong. And I think that catches us up. Chef Johnny, Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. How you doing, Chef? Great to see you here. Baby Bag Maniac said he's glad that we found each other. So, thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Definitely. I'm excited that we worked this out for sure. Fire and Water Cooking. I think I mentioned you, Darren. If not, Darren's a featured guest. We got a couple featured guests in there. Barbecue Pit Dog. I think that's it. Guys, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. If you hit that thumbs down, hit it twice. And trying to think what else. Share this on your social media so we can get a lot more viewers in here if you can. Just hit that little arrow underneath it. Share it. Let's get some more people in here. So far, I think the highest we've seen is 74. And that is just not going to touch Troy and Justin's record on 145. So let's get it going, guys. Char Griller, how you doing? Greg, Ballistic Barbecue, how you doing, brother? Good to see you in there. Let's see here. All right, that's good enough. I think that catches us up. I'm done with the first few questions. You've made it this far. Great job, Jack.
It's all good. I heard you say Char Griller. I'm glad to see them show up.
Right on.
Do a little drink to them.
Right on. All right, cool. Jason just put that link for that book. Guys, if you're any kind of fan of the Rat Pack era, that's the book you guys want to see. So, or read. Great book. I wish they would have turned that into a movie. That would have been freaking hilarious. All right, Kate, you're up, buddy. And I'll try to only interrupt once or twice.
The pen is handy.
All right.
All right. Jack, first of all, thanks for coming on. Your first question is from Jim E.Q. along with myself. The Barbecue Wars tour you did with Mitch.
Right.
The last couple years.
Right.
You got another one upcoming, or is that on hold, bud?
I'm thinking on doing a Burger Wars tour. I'm truly thinking about switching over to burgers. Everybody loves the burger. And we did barbecue for 2 years. We did 2 tours. And I'm telling you, we tasted some amazing meat out there. Some great barbecue. But I think it'd be the burgers seem to really peak up everybody's ears. So we'll do maybe a year or 2 of burgers. So we got to find somebody to sponsor the tour, and then maybe a Heinz ketchup or something. I don't know. And then that's what we're looking to do next. Now, if I get a barbecue sponsor, I'm all for it, and then we can do another Barbecues War tour. But one of the things on that tour, it was interesting that people did not like was we would give a 0 if they didn't have something, if they didn't have the mac and cheese, if they didn't. We required them to have a nice, well-rounded menu, all the staples. If you don't have baked beans at a barbecue place, you're insane. If you don't have brisket on a Tuesday, I'm sorry, you're just. I wouldn't say you're being cheap. I understand you got to take care of the cost, but you got to have the basics. Everybody goes for pulled pork and brisket. Those are the 2 you have to have. So, so we got a lot of comments where people were disgruntled in those areas, but it was a blast. It was so much fun to do.
I watched both years of those. So on that note, let me ask you a question. Through the first one was Grilla Grill sponsored. Right. Second one was Char Griller, right?
Yep.
Okay. Out of the 2 years of series, overall, best barbecue, combining both.
Oh, who was the winner of the first year? Do you remember who won the first year? I know the Shed won the second year. I can't remember who won. I think the Shed is the best I've ever had in my mouth. And the Shed barbecue is at the very bottom of Mississippi, right on the Gulf Coast. And those guys, they took over a campground. It looks like a junkyard. But they're doing 50 pulled porks and 50 briskets every day. They're so popular. They've been on every TV show. They've won Memphis in May. They were the best. I mean, the meat melted in my mouth. There wasn't a bad side in the house. I couldn't find anything wrong with this place. It was that perfect.
Well, I remember when you went to, I won't say the name, but a certain place in Austin, Texas. And you're like, what, you cooked 3 pork butts?
No, you could say it's Franklin's. I don't care.
You go ahead. I'm not going to.
All right, so we go to Franklin's. Franklin's is world famous. Franklin's barbecue, everybody has seen them in movies, on TV shows, and they only cooked on one of their busiest days. They had a line around the block to get in, and they only cooked 3 pulled porks. I'm like, okay, have you never cooked on a Wednesday before in your life? Do you not know when people were coming from taxi cabs were dropping off tourists as they were about ready to open. People would travel there from all over the world to try Franklin's barbecue. And before they opened the front door to let one customer in, they're like, yeah, we could only feed 40 people pulled pork. I'm like, what? Yeah, we only cooked 3 pulled porks. Crazy.
See, and being where I'm from, that makes no sense at all, because if I watch it close, I can get pulled pork pork shoulder 99 cents a pound.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well,
he's in Iowa. He knows.
Middle of farm country, Jack. Give me a break.
That's true. I mean, unless I scrape it off the road, I'm not getting it for 99 cents a pound.
You know, on a good day, I'll get pork loin for $1.19 a pound.
I can get. Let me give you a tip on pork ribs. Buy the full size spare ribs. Okay, there's one cut straight across that turns them into the St. Louis ribs. If you do the cut yourself, you save $1 a pound. It's like $1.99. If you buy the St. Louis ribs, you're paying like almost $3 a pound. So take the spare ribs home, cut it yourself, and cook the top. That's all meat up there.
Yeah, cook the brisket bone up the top, all the rib tips. Use that in your baked beans at all these barbecue.
Oh my gosh, so good in baked beans, so good.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I buy full spares all the time and trim them down myself, because then they're the way I want them instead of the way somebody else thinks St. Louis cut is supposed to be, which a lot of times up here we get, and it's still got all the rib tips and everything on it. So even if I buy St. Louis cut, I got to trim them down anyway, because they leave too much on.
Exactly. So the only difference between the 2 years that we did Barbecue Wars Tour, if you remember, we brought a winner with us. We brought one of our viewers with us. Man, it didn't matter who you chose. I mean, we chose this one guy. My show is like 75% men. So chances are a man's going to win the contest. We randomly drew. And all the women attacked me. All the women are like, oh, you're being biased. And I'm like, really? I just randomly picked somebody. I don't care who it is. And took them on the tour. So the second tour, we decided to stay away from that. We didn't want any bad press. We didn't want anybody to be hurt over our selection. So me and Mitch just went for the second year.
Well, see, I was a little upset because you didn't pick me.
Sorry about that. But the shed was the best of all 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, they prove they can cook winning Memphis in May. So
they're amazing.
All right. Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin wants to know, have you ever had dinner at Medieval Times?
Yes. As soon as they opened, they used to be called Kingdom of the Dancing Stallions before it became Medieval Times.
Okay, did you ever go to the Pirates Adventure right next door?
No, I never went there. What? Oh yeah, is that when I got sick? Yeah. Oh yeah, we did go and I got sick. Did I throw up?
Oh shit.
Oh no. I don't know what happened. I got sick off their food, I think. I remember, but Medieval Times. Do you remember Kingdom of the Dancing Stallions? I don't know.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, though, right?
Yeah. Then it switched over to Medieval Times, and I went as soon as the first year it was open, and it was a blast. They have them out here too, and places like that where you're cheering on your team and all that competition stuff. It's pretty cool. I miss Orange County. I miss all my friends.
Aww.
That was, oh my God. Guys in California, I say, hey, I had a lot of good friends. Edgar and Joe and everybody I did shows with. All my guests. Paul now lives out here. Mm. I just showed him again in my last Jack on the Go show. We hooked up for a breakfast place. It was a landmark, but everybody's bugged me. Number one question was, where is Paul? Where is Paul? And I'm like, dude, take it easy. So I brought Paul back to the show.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Right on. One comment here. Bruce at Food for Ben said, I stopped payment to Jack when he didn't pick me for the barbecue crawl. So. Oh,
he was the one. No, just kidding.
Well, there's probably a couple of us. But
probably
we won't name names. All right. Dave's Ohio Barbecue wants to know, and I'm going to kind of put this with another question. Lewis also, do you still have your Gorilla Grills, and how is it holding up? And then Lewis also wants to know, when you moved, did you take all of your grills with you to Tennessee?
Okay, I have a Weber Genesis gas grill that's hooked to natural gas, so it's always on. And once I got the Gorilla Grills, I still have it out back, and I got rid of my Traeger. That's how much I love the Gorilla Grills, and it did such a good job. I never used my Traeger again. So I donated the Traeger to a friend of mine, and the Gorilla Grills is my go-to barbecue. Wood pellet by far is the easiest cook ever. But I do highly recommend a smoking tube. So if you've never worked with a smoking tube, nothing's better than your meat getting 100% smoke on it. So the wood pellet smoker only smokes your meat when it needs heat. So because it drives it in and brings the temperature up. So if you put a smoking tube in there with your meat, that thing will smoke for 8 hours. Just keep smoking all day, constant. It's unbelievable. It's one of my favorite products.
I totally agree with that. I think Amazing makes that smoking tube.
Yeah,
you get the 6 or the 12-inch. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I went to the bigger one that does 15 hours. I got the tray smoking tray, and that thing lasts forever. Unbelievable, billows out smoke.
All right, I got the same question, opposite ways, by 2 different people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's Barbara that's on there from Soul Food Cooking.
Hi, Barbara.
But she wants to know, on your channel, what's the worst product you've reviewed? And Easy Bake Barbecue, one of our mods, wants to know what's the favorite product you have reviewed.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. That was one of the questions I had written down.
Don't care. Not my problem.
Yeah, screw this. I'm going home.
Okay, one of the worst was a egg peeling device. It was supposed to, you press it down. It was like a plunger, and you press down, and the egg pops out the bottom like it's pooping out an egg, and the shell stays inside the device. So when I pushed it, the yolk only came out. It forced the air, and the yolk came out. It peeled it way too much. And then they called me and said, hey, you have our older model. Let me send you the newer model. The newer model was just as bad. So there's been a lot of bad egg devices out there for peeling eggs. And then my favorite device that I've ever is the new Ninja Foodie.
I've been using that thing.
You have it?
Yeah, I've done like 7 videos with it.
It's amazing, isn't it? It is literally
been like a great view getter.
Oh, yeah. Even though an Instapot fans don't like it because they're Instapot fans.
Right.
But it's an Instapot and an air fryer all in one. It gets rid of 2 machines out of your kitchen, and it does it all in one device. So it's neck and neck. It's the Ninja Foodie or the smoking tube. Both of those 2 I was very impressed. I was blown away. I was so excited that I bought people the Ninja Foodie as a wedding present, as a gift. So yeah, when I go around town, I'm excited over it. Then that's a favorite of mine, a product like that. So the smoking tube and the Ninja Foodie.
All right, let's talk about a collaboration on our Ninja Foodies, buddy, because
yeah,
that has been Mrs. CJ bought it for me, and I wasn't too sure about it, but like we've done some really good stuff in there. I did barbecue beef short ribs that just were just best as I could make on the smoker.
Man, okay, so let's do a collaboration where we cook we cook crazy stuff. I don't care if it's a cheesecake. Usually, I've cooked a cheesecake also in the Instant Pot. So let's do a collaboration on the the Ninja Foodie, excuse me. and then, but I want to do something strange, something out of the ordinary. You do it, and I'll do it, and we'll compare our recipes. Right on.
We'll chat later on this week about that. That's definitely doable. You got all pissy over there. I could tell you're kind of half-ass throwing the pin. It wasn't like a real pin flip, Kent. So I don't know if you're really upset or you just kind of moderately like, oh my God, just shut up about the food.
I'm just bored because you're taking up my time.
Hey, this is just remember who pays the bills.
Yeah, I know her name and she's not on the camera.
She's walking by right now.
Okay.
She's pointing at herself. She's going like this as she walked by.
One more question for you, Jack, and then we're gonna throw it back to CJ for a few.
Yeah.
While I get caught up. Griddle and Grandpa, and well, let me start here. James at Eamon and Clayman, Fred, I got your questions wrote down also. But speaking of the tour,
yeah.
Griddle and Grandpa wants to know, when are you going to do a tour of YouTube cooks?
You mean how do you see it designed? I mean, you want me to go from cook to cook, everybody's members?
Well, I think that's what he means, but I mean, pick out your favorite YouTubers and do a tour.
Go to California, visit me. Go to Iowa, visit Kent.
Yeah, we did that before, where we all stayed in our respective homes, and we did a Thanksgiving dinner. All 7 of us made a thing. We all picked a dish that you have at Thanksgiving, and we all did a video on a recipe for Brussels sprouts or green bean casserole, whatever you're having for Thanksgiving. And I did the turkey, and I could pull that off on YouTube Cooks. We could do that. We could either do the same item, or we could do a meal together. We would all do like a 7-course meal. Somebody would do the dessert, somebody would do the appetizer, somebody would do the main dish, somebody would do the side dish. That would be fun. That was fun when we did it for Thanksgiving.
I'm actually doing that with a couple YouTubers, like an Italian dinner.
Yeah.
Like they're doing like an antipasta, I'm doing a lasagna, whatever, and it's 6 of us doing like a little collaboration thing that's an Italian spread. So
we could do Feast of the 7 Fishes. You heard about that, right?
Oh yeah.
That's major Italian, and it's 7 seafood dishes, and we would pick 7 people on YouTube Cooks.
That's awesome. All right, Kent. Sorry I interrupted again. Thank you for
No, you're fine. T-Roy Cooks just put in a comment saying he missed you when Tom was on a while back. So,
oh, okay. Well,
but he had to tag me in it. I guess T-Roy doesn't approve of my interviewing style. I'm not as polished as you.
So. Oh, come on. You're more than polished. Every day barbecue said he'll handle the beef sandwiches. Yeah, he did that Italian beef sandwiches. Those were awesome, Mike. That was some good stuff. I'm doing a cioppino with Phil from Daddy Cooks. He didn't know what cioppino, and Kent, sorry, and he didn't know what cioppino was in the first place. So Googling. That was fun.
One of the things that I do, I am a big fan of turkey necks, and I've done turkey necks in the Instant Pot, and they come out, and I do it in spaghetti sauce, and it comes out amazing, and that freaks people out. You got to be careful when you step out of the general mainstream food.
Oh yeah,
you go to your favorites, and then people get.
I got to tell you about turkey necks. All right, for years and years and years, my grandma would make them for my dad or whatever. Keep them on the side for him or whatever. I never got it. I never, thinking of eating a neck just doesn't sound good to me, right?
Right.
But this Thanksgiving we did, Thanksgiving here,
right?
And I took the turkey neck and the other bits and pieces, and I made a stock out of it because I was going to make a homemade turkey stock. And then I pulled the neck out, and some of the meat came off, and I ate it, and it was just what what Mike says, glorious. It was glorious.
Totally amazing. People don't realize delicacy.
It changed my life. I was like, what the hell is this? This is insane, man. So
it's the leanest, most tender meat on the whole turkey. And my wife hates it. Because I'll sit there and I'll be slurping the juice out of the neck. And that just grosses her out. She's like, oh, she's like, I can't handle that.
Oh, I'm with you. It just seems so disgusting to me, but it was freaking good.
It was amazing. Walmart started carrying it permanently.
Oh, really?
So check your local Walmart there in the turkey section.
I actually called my dad. You know, like I knew they were coming over the next day or whatever. I'm like, this was ridiculous. It was so good. How could I be wrong? I'm 42. I'm like, how could I be wrong for all these years? So just goes to show you should try things.
Always.
All right. Dinner's done?
Sorry, no, that was my text messages. Sorry about that.
No worries. All right. Well, I got a handful more people to shout out in the chat, and then we'll get started talking on your channel questions. Eric from Roundhouse Ranch showed up. Goody869. Big Kris is in the house. Dogfather Barbecue. DMG OSS 21. Louis Calamitas. Cooking with Kirby is another one of our moderators showed up. He's here. Cooking with Patus. Cooking with Corey. Raspberry Rock. John Toytastic. Tess Cooks for You, and Amy Lynn. I think that catches us up. Again, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Yeah, I like turkey necks. Yeah. But man, I appreciate y'all being here. And again, if you guys don't know our host, click the link below. Jason will put the link in the chat. I think I've seen him put it in a couple times. Make sure you head over to Cooking with Jack. Hey, T-Roy dropped a $50 super chat. Thanks a lot, T-Roy. A fund for some whiskey. T-Roy, you might have missed at the beginning when we talked about not drinking. Well, wait, Kent's drinking. I am not drinking tonight because the last couple Fridays have been a little rough. So hashtag super shots are not going on. James from MMA Claimant said, congrats to Jack's son on his engagement. Engagement chicken, we saw that. Very cool, mazel mazel. T-Roy, thanks again. I will definitely go buy some whiskey. Appreciate it. Lewis is talking about changing his name to Sweet Lou. Hey, Sweet Lou sounds a lot better, and it's a lot easier to pronounce than your last name, brother. So hashtag said, drink you broke Fs. All right, I'll drink later. I still got to finish my shake that Mrs. CJ brought from 31 Flavors. So there we go. All right, and another thing I wanted to talk or say, Jack, a lot of people in the chat I've noticed go by. There are a lot of get well wishes, but they're glad to see you're doing well, and a lot of love in there for you. See that you're getting stronger every day, and people recognizing they're glad to see you back there cooking and doing your thing.
Thanks.
So T-Roy says, I know I'm talking about your off camera. Thank you, T-Roy. Sorry I wasn't picking up what you're putting down. Let's see here. All right, so we talked about how you got started. We talked about how long you had the channel. Here's one that I just recently started asking, but what's one piece of advice you would give a new YouTuber just starting out? Because we got a handful of those in the chat right now.
One piece of advice I would give that when you get big, don't stop helping the little guy, because nobody ever gave me a hand up. What I do is I have a deal with any YouTuber that wants to do a collaboration. I'm like, when you reach 2,000 subscribers, we'll do a collaboration together so that I can help the little guy get up, because I want to share my audience with them. The only way that we can help is help each other. The only way we're going to grow is going to be helping each other. So don't think that you're high and mighty when you're big and snub everybody else. Be on people's shows, give them some tips, tell them what worked for you, tell them what didn't work for you. So the advice I give you is to help the little guy when you get bigger. Very cool.
Very cool. I've noticed that too, of at least our community, the YouTube Cooks community.
Right.
T-Roy takes plenty of time. He's been in the game a long time. He's a big subscribe, whatever, has a lot of following. James from Amen Claim, Mike, all these guys. Chef Johnny's willing to help out all the time. You know, I thought the same thing. You know, I was doing nothing, and now I get in on collaborations. Big Bag Maniac's the same way. He's helped me out quite a bit too. So I'm with you on that. It's a great piece of advice for sure.
The other advice, I have so much advice. If anybody wants any tips, they can contact me privately. But one other thing I want to tell you is stay away from multi-channel networks. Stay away from them. I've done them. They don't work. You can cut your own deals. You can negotiate how much, whatever rate you want to work with if you're working with a brand. Okay? Do not sign a 3-year contract for 1/3 of your money. Don't give anybody the power over your channel. Don't partner with a multi-channel network.
Right.
Don't do it. They contact me all the time. They're constantly hammering at it. Don't do it. Don't. It's your money. You keep your money. And I'd rather you hire like your wife or your brother to help you build up the brand name than to give it away to a multi-channel network. I used to be with a management company, an MCN in LA, and it was Epic Mealtimes Management Company. And Harley, I spoke to Harley one time on Epic Mealtime. I said, hey, will you come on the show? Well, he obviously never did, but he said he would. And none of those networks will help you. They just want you on the list. They want your money, and they won't lift a finger for you because you're not big. They only take care of the top 10 artists. So be careful. Don't sign your channel away. And if you need help, you know, you need some help, just write me.
That's very cool of you to throw that out there. I'll definitely, you know, I'll be in contact a lot more. It's great to finally meet you and talk to you. Obviously, you know, I've dropped comments before or whatever, but to have you on here and actually chat with you, and it is some great advice. We every say quarter or so, we do not a hot seat, but we do a hangout with other YouTubers. And we had Steve from Not Another Cooking Show on there, and Mark from Sauce Dash, and they were talking about things. And Mark was adamant about knowing your worth. And just because someone gives you something for free doesn't mean you don't deserve more for your time and effort, and you know all that stuff. So it makes sense to negotiate your own stuff and handle your own stuff.
Right. And if you don't know how, once again, talk to people who know how. I'd rather you learn to do it yourself. Learn the software. Don't pay Fiverr. Learn to edit your own videos. Learn to do your own logos. Stop paying these people because it's super. You only got to learn it once. Then you always know how to do video editing. You always know how to do, like, don't subscribe to Adobe Photoshop. Pay $50 and get Affinity Photo. It does everything Adobe Photoshop does, and it's you get updates for life. So be smart in your business.
Right.
That's the advice I give everybody.
Well, it's funny is you're talking about Fiverr. I put $10 in to get a new logo or a new channel art.
Right.
And I swear it's the last time I'll ever do something like that. It was a horrible experience. Was not worth it. Man, I'm with you on that. And I like the fact that you do have to learn your own stuff. You know, we were talking about my son being here. Originally, this was for me and him because he's going into film. You know, I wanted him to have a portfolio, and he just couldn't keep up. He's a senior, blah, blah, blah. I had to learn how to edit. You know, I had to learn how to do all this stuff. So I have iMovie, and that's what I use because I have a Mac. I was doing it on my iPhone, my iPad, and now it's on my Mac. It's what I know. It turns out well. So that's what I'm with. So let's see here. Keep using your old client. Steve from Not Another Cookie said, or keep using your old clients, like he had clients, Adobe account until they realize that he's using their stuff. So it's like using their Netflix password.
There is an app that will help you make a logo if anybody needs a logo, and it's free on the App Store, iPhone App Store. It's called Logo Maker or something like that. Let me take a look. It's really important because people can, you know what, save money. And if you have to spend money, I'd rather you hire a fellow YouTuber. I'd rather you give the money back to somebody else who's already, you know, who's in the business. I'd rather you not give it to these companies that don't care about you or your brand. But if you hire, let's say let's say I hired you to do my logo. You get it. You understand food. You know what I need in my logo, and you'll take care of me. So the money stays amongst us, and we're supporting each other. It's like supporting a local business.
Yeah, for sure. Kent, what were you throwing it up there to?
I was going to mention the general. When Jack brought that point up. Jack, there's a young man. A bunch of us have got to know. He's not in the chat tonight.
Right.
The General Diamond Designs, I believe. Is that correct, CJ?
Yeah, General Diamond Designs.
He's actually I believe he's a senior in high school would be his classification. He's homeschooled. But he's done logos for a few of us in here.
Good.
I haven't have him done mine yet, but I know CJ's worked with him. Cooking with James has worked with him. Stuff. Very smart, intelligent young man, and he's putting it out there, and he's doing some good work.
Yeah, he did my channel art, and it's like, my son's the same age, so I think of it, I gave him a little bit more money than he was charging. I'm like, you got college to pay for it. So I was like, it worked out. He dealt with my naivety sometimes of like, can we do this? He's like, well, I'll learn it. We got it. So it was great to pay that kid, and it helps with the community. So I was
That's a great avenue to go.
Yeah. So
great job.
Mo Man is in the chat, new to my channel. Love Mr. Jack. He's freaking awesome. So you got a supporter there. Very cool. Someone asked if you need an expensive camera to do this. I'm living proof you don't. I'm using my iPhone right now. Let's see. What do you think, Jack?
No, you don't. When I first started, I started with the Canon Vixia. The only reason why I chose that is the screen flips, so I could see myself.
Right. All
you need is a flip screen. It was an HD camera back in 2007. It was a $600 camera, but nowadays you have a full film studio in your phone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a full fit. This is a case that I can screw on lenses. I can screw on wide angle and macro lenses onto this case.
Now turn that bad boy around. Is that Captain Marvel?
Yeah. Yeah, isn't she a babe?
That's awesome.
Are you kidding? She's gonna save the Avengers. You kidding me? That's a screensaver till the movie comes out.
No, I can't wait, man. I'm a geek about that stuff. I love all those Marvel movies. It's such a good time. So I'm excited for it too.
I'm a big kid. I mean, I play Pokemon Go. I play chess. I play video games. I've been playing video games forever. I've had all the PlayStations, all the Nintendos, all the Xboxes, and all the what was it, Sony and Sega and all that. I've had it all. Atari. I mean, on and on and on.
Right on. Let's see here. Yeah, T-Roy just said, I love to play Pokemon Go with Jack. That's awesome. And he plays with Sal too, right? Sal, the Root Boy Cooks, he plays the Pokemon too, or also, not too. That's funny.
You'd be surprised how many are playing. Millions are playing it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know my son was playing, and they would just walk around the neighborhood for days. Mm-hmm.
But it got big again when you could start trading with each other and when you could battle each other now.
Oh, right on.
So the battles are important.
Right. Don't throw your pin. I'm just going to ask you because I've seen him throw it in there. You got Mega Fred's question?
I said it earlier. I got Fred's question wrote down, but yeah,
no.
Go ahead and ask it. Fred,
you know what I want to ask because I'm an Orange County boy, and it means a lot to me. So Jack, Mega Fred wants to know if you went to Huntington Beach in the 80s and you guys may have crossed paths.
I had a wild night on grad night. We rented, I think it was the Hilton that's on PCH in Huntington Beach. And we were hungover the next morning on the beach. It was horrible. It was a horrible day because we were hungover. But yeah, I mean, I remember Fred's Tacos. I remember everything about Huntington Beach. It was like my backyard.
I used to go to Huntington Beach with my mom when I was a kid. It was just me and her, and we get strips and cheese and hot chocolate on the pier, walk the pier. And I actually put some of my mom's ashes in Huntington Beach when she passed because we used to go there so much when I was a kid. So I grew up in Huntington Beach too. I'd take Magnolia, take the bus all the way up, to the beach.
I used to take Knott Avenue.
Golden West. Taking the Golden West. Yeah,
all the way down.
I played football at Golden West too. So
hey, they got the equestrian center still there.
I don't know. I haven't been back to HB in a long time.
Wow.
I have a couple friends that live in Garden Grove still, but most of them, they've kind of spread out a little bit.
Right.
Garden Grove isn't the dopest spot anymore. So,
well, there was a great burger place. I think it was called. I did a burger wars there in Garden Grove, and I think it was Q Burgers or something like that. Mm. But they had some good food spots. You have a lot of Vietnamese that I miss.
Well, it's funny. I grew up in Garden Grove, right? And I never had pho at all. Right?
You never had pho?
No, growing up, I never had it, right?
That about.
And I didn't have it until I got a job in Irvine, where I worked with a couple of Vietnamese guys, and they took me to get pho. What have I been missing this whole time? I love pho. I get pho Tom every time with their egg rolls every time.
You put the hoisin sauce in the
I put a little hoisin, a little of that the sriracha in there too, just a little heat, couple peppers in there too, a couple of the jalapenos, a lot of soy sauce. I love it, dude.
It's funny, there's so many things from California that I love, like Hawaiian bread, the Hawaiian bread.
Oh yeah.
And we have that out here. But when I moved out to Nashville, they were just getting Takis.
Oh, okay.
That's like crack cocaine for kids. And that was a big thing out here. I mean, I told everybody, I said, watch, all your kids are going to get addicted. And they did. They love Takis out here. So we're a few years behind you.
Right on. Flying Snoopy says, what's up, Jack? I assume he's one of your guys. Steve from Not Another Cookie Show has never had pho before. Steve, I've offered you come out to California and I'll get you some good pho, dude. I'll take you right in the middle of Garden Grove. In Garden Grove, there's a place, it's a subdivision of it called Little Saigon. I don't know how other way to put it.
Right.
But it's just like, Chinatown anywhere else. But
it's a great place too, by the way.
Yeah.
Love
see, Eric said, I'm from Garden Grove. Yeah, I grew up in Garden Grove. I graduated high school in 94. Pretty much from 94 on, I was in Huntington Beach a lot because I went to Golden West College. And then, I moved to the Inland Empire. So,
I'm going to anger a few Californians, but I have to say I've had Whataburger and I've had In-N-Out, and Whataburger is better.
No,
they're totally different. You got to try Whataburger. It's different.
I had Whataburger. I went to Dallas.
Yeah,
for work.
Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. In Texas, they're side by side.
You traitor!
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Traitor!
Oh, the guy here in Nashville. He's from California, and he makes it just like In-N-Out does.
Yeah,
exactly same bun, same animal style fries. All that good stuff, but Whataburger is a better burger. It is.
See, Troy says that's what he's talking about, Whataburger. Greg from Ballistic Barbecue says he disagrees with you and now hates you.
Careful. They will argue all night about it. They will go crazy all night.
I know, it's such a thing. Keith Bedtags never have pho either, and won't. And we don't serve it on the Labor Day because they do their little Labor Day thing. I just watched your quick and easy pho video the other day, and all it did was make me want to have pho. So
it's the best. I mean, you're raining in California. Nothing's better than a bowl of hot pho when it's raining outside. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Jimmy Q just said this shit just got real. Whataburger is great.
There we go. There we go. All right, Jimmy.
Oh my God. Deep Sea Barbecue. Trevor's in the house. He's been on deployment. Been gone. We appreciate your service, brother. But I'm glad you're here. Very glad you're here. What up, babe?
Does that mean I can ask his question?
Trevor, if you want Kent to ask your question, put one in the chat. Tom Horsman's here. How you doing, Tom? Good to see you, brother. Whataburger lasted only a year in Florida. They all closed up. That sucks. Mega Fred say good night. Cheers, brother.
Night, Fred.
Night, Fred. Anybody else? Hog Wild Barbecue went to Western High School. That's Kennedy's. That's Kennedy's rival. Yeah. All right, Hobo. We get it. I almost went to Western High School before I went to a junior high that fed into it. So I was me and Tiger Woods were tight, because that's where he went. Phil and Florence is here, brother. How you doing? Good to see you. That's funny. We're still getting Whataburger comments in there.
Yeah, I told you they're gonna write about it all night long. Oh no, In-N-Out's better. No, Whataburger's better. They don't stop.
Man, Hobo must be hitting the hard stuff. It's probably a good chance that he's hitting the good bourbon. Let's see here. Hobo is just fine. No need to call me Jesus at General Time. That's funny. All right. All right. Go ahead and ask Trevor's question. This is going to make you feel ultimately uncomfortable, Jack, so I apologize.
It's all good.
Just roll with it.
All right. Jack, I'm going to have to paraphrase because he's been gone for a while on deployment, and I don't remember it, but it has something to do with the fact that if you are stranded on a deserted island with our gracious host, Mr. CJ,
right,
and had to pick one piece of him to eat to survive, what piece would that be?
Think about that. Let me say something real quick. Greg of Ballistic just dropped a $15 super chat. Greg, love you, brother. He dropped it in there to go get a #1 from In-N-Out. I'm in there. Double, extra cheese. I'm in, brother. Thanks a lot, Greg. Have a good night, brother. All right. What part of me are you eating?
I probably would turn vegetarian.
Turn vegetarian. Fair enough.
That's the best answer yet.
Yeah. I would become a vegetarian or vegan. I'd be like eating the bushes or something.
We had one person say the heart.
I know. Joey B, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, Charlie, he's like, I'm going to eat your heart. I'm like, you want to eat my heart? You're going to take just in front of me and take a bite? Or what the hell?
You got to pick a part of the body that won't kill you, that you can
right. The heart. I mean, it actually hurt me a little. Like, I invite you on my show. We're talking. We're having a good time. And you want to eat my heart in front of me. Charlie, I love it. That's funny. Hashtag the bushes. It's funny. Woodchuck said he'd eat my leg. Appreciate it. Tom Horsman says, Jack, he loves your channel. Let's see here. I think that's it. All right, cool. That's horrible. I hate that question. But I love Trevor, so it's kind of hard not to,
I got you.
Okay, go ahead and ask Steve's question real quick.
Steve, not another cooking show. Jack, what do you think? What are your thoughts about Shake Shack?
Shake Shack. Honestly, I've never been. I've been to Steak and Shake, but I've never been to Shake Shack, so I can't comment on it. It's been around for a while. It's very successful. So I'm figuring they got something good on the menu. I just don't know what it is.
Well, Steve's from New York, so everybody thinks in New York thinks Shake Shack's the shit. Tom's Food Factory just dropped a $10 super chat. Thank you, Tom. Aztecs sacrificed the heart to their god. You should feel honored. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, Deep Sea said there's no vegetables on this island. Only post oak, CJ, a kitchen, and a pit barrel smoker.
Amen.
Oh my gosh. They're just gonna eat parts of my leg. I got big legs. It's fine. In-N-Out is better than anything in New York. Now you're talking sense, brother. Let's see here.
I don't know. I beg to differ. I'm sure there's great pizza in New York that'll blow In-N-Out out of the water.
Let's see. Mike at Everyday Barbecue and Cuisine. Have to run to bed. Cheers. Good night. Scotty, I don't know what's going on. Polly Q has always got love here. I don't know if there's a little issue there. I see a finger being held up by Kid.
All right. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Paul asked a question earlier, Jack, and it had to do with your thoughts on Canadian food.
Was that Paul Dillon?
No, it's Paul's Q from where's Paulie at? Ontario?
Yeah.
I think.
Eastern
I have
Canada.
to tell you, if you mess up Canadian food, they will rip you a new one. So when I did poutine, they just hated it. I did poutine, and I love poutine.
Who doesn't?
So then I had to redo it. I had to do it correctly. Your gravy's got to be piping hot, and mine wasn't. I mean, like really, really hot, enough to melt the cheese as soon as you pour it on. And if you don't do it correctly, they're going to be all over you. The UK's like that too. If you mess up any of their food, they'll let you know. You're doing like my Yorkshire pudding when I screwed that up. That was the biggest mistake I've ever made on the show, was Yorkshire pudding. So a lot of these countries will come down on you pretty hard if you screw up their recipe. You know, if you're doing a German dish and you screw it up, well, those Germans will let you know. Well, we don't normally do it that way, you know. Every country has their thing, but the Canadians are my number 2 audience. They've been very loyal, very good, and very loving, and I dig on the Canadians, and they have amazing food. So hats off to the Canadians.
Okay, what Paul said is, and I'm going to edit this for good reason. It says, why does Jack hate on Canada? I watched one of his videos where he talked crap about us trying food from here. Is what Paul had said. And I think maybe it's a combination of what you were just saying also. If you screwed up, they're gonna berate you on it. So
well, that was a little frustrating because it was my first attempt ever at poutine. They came down on me pretty hard, but you know what? Over the years, as you know, CJ, you toughen up on YouTube. you have to toughen up or get out. You have to, you know, that's what you got to do. So when they came down on me, I probably got a little. My feathers got ruffled. They started making fun of the dish and how many ways I did it wrong, and it was just like, and they just were nonstop. So that might have been the issue at the time, but I have nothing against Canada or their food at all. I love those people; they're great.
I love poutine too, man. I bastardized one of my own. I did chili verde and queso fresco on my poutine, and they could get over it, man. It was a good time.
I remember there was a video I did pickles. First time I ever did it. Looked like floating turds.
Oh shit!
The water. I'm serious. The water was brown, and the oh my gosh, the pickles were floating, and I literally told people, "Don't make this."
Nice.
It's a complete failure. This video, and I showed it anyway, and it was another bad mistake that I've done on the show. You remember all the mistakes?
Yeah. How many videos have you done? Do you have a count or a ballpark?
Roughly, I have about 1,100 on Cooking with Jack.
Oh, jeez.
I have over 500 on Jack on the Go. The tech channel's just getting started. I think the fishing channel that we're going to be starting in February on the 19th is going to surpass the technology channel. It's just going to take off because I don't know if you know, if you go look at the fishermen out there, their channels on YouTube are blowing up by the millions. They get millions and millions of views. Who would have knew? Who would have knew fishing was that big? I think it's the next category next to gaming, because gaming's huge.
That's cool. Do you have obviously you have a name for it, but is there a link that my guy could put in the chat for you?
Yeah, we haven't got the vanity URL yet.
Okay.
But it's called Fish Hook, and you can just link to my Facebook, and then I'll be advertising on there. So it's right now, when you start on YouTube, they give you some stupid long number and letters for your channel. Yeah. And then once you grow, then you have the ability to choose your own URL. So the show's called Fish Hook. It's going to teach you how to tie knots. It's going to show you how to compare rods. It's going to show you how to shop at Walmart and get started for under $100. It's going to do a lot of good. And we're going to go out and we're going to fish. We're going to pull out some stuff, fresh water. We're going to do salt water. We're going to do it all.
Are you still going to do the cooking too, though?
Yeah, we're going to cook the fish. That'll be
on Cooking with Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daddy Cooks, Phil is here. How you doing, Phil? Good to see you, brother. Hobo just put on there that you're going to have to wear a thong when you do the fishing. Now,
no.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. We're all in little chat groups or whatever, and you get sometimes sucked into the YouTube rabbit hole. Like click to this, to this, to this, and somehow I saw a thumbnail of some hot chick fishing in a thong basically, and the thumbnail was that, and I sent it to all the guys, and it got us because it was the chick was she was hot, smoking. But the show, the actual channel of her fishing is actually a quality. It's cool. It's like saying you read Playboy for the articles, but you actually read Playboy for the articles.
Oh, do they have articles in Playboy? I never knew that.
So you look at it and you're like, all right, this is funny shit. She's got a thong up her ass, but like, I watched the actual episodes. I'm like, dude, they're actually catching some badass fish. They're having a great time. I'm like, that's it right there. Keep me out of your porn thoughts, you perv. All right, he'll thank you. Miss Booger's going to sleep. Good night. CJ says like he wasn't searching for hot chicks fishing. Yes, I was not searching for hot chicks fishing. And we never see CJ in a thong. It's true. Never.
Thank God.
Thank God. Exactly. Josh and Babe are here. How you doing, Josh and Babe? Glad to see you. CJ wants Hobo in a thong. No.
All right, this is going way off track.
I know we really tangented there. Oh my goodness.
All right, let me ask the viewers a question. Which one's better, deep dish pizza or New York style pizza?
Oh,
there it is.
Are you just trying to just stir up the hornet's nest?
I know. We finished with the burgers. Now let's talk pizza. Let's find out which one's better. Personally, I love deep dish pizza. Some of the best is if you go to Little Tony's in Fullerton, it's the best pizza I've ever had. He's from Chicago. But New York, I did a comparison out here, and the New York pizza beat Chicago pizza.
I'm trying to remember the place we went to in Oakland Park or Oak Park.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I see a lot of deep dish going on. I like New York pie, but I like a deep dish too. I don't have a preference. I mean, you know what's around me. I got Little Caesars and Pizza Hut, dude. I don't got shit around me.
Do you fold your pizza when you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you like New York pie for sure over deep dish.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Steve weigh in on this yet.
But I guess our thing around here is, we have the Pizza Hut like everybody else does, but we have the Pizza Ranch around here, and you can either get it traditional, thin crust, or deep dish, whatever way you want. So
we have a place
that's winner.
The best pizza I've ever had from California all the way to New York is in Nashville, and it's called Slim and Huskies. And they have a drizzle bar. You bring your pizza over, and you get to drizzle these amazing sauces on top of your pizza. And they're to die for. They're absolutely to die for. They got so popular that To Go is a building across the street. That's how popular they are. Oh, they needed a second building just for to-go orders.
Okay. Steve, who's actually in New York.
Right.
Deep dish pizza isn't actually pizza. I'm sure it's great, but it's more of a casserole.
No, Steve is wrong. Steve is wrong.
Judy Ann is here from Just 8. How you doing? Good to see you. That's hilarious, Steve. I love that. It's more like a casserole.
Tom Horseman is right.
What's that?
Pizza Ranch is awesome.
A true crust on a deep dish pizza needs to be real pie crust. That's how you make deep dish pizza. That's why they call it pie crust. It's like a pie crust. It's a real pie crust.
All right,
it's
cool.
amazing. Deep dish is great.
All right. We have 60 people watching right now. So, guys, make sure you're hitting this out on your social media. Share this for us all, please. Get some viewers up in this joint. Hobo is correct. I miss what Hobo said. Most people from Chicago don't eat deep dish pizza. That's a tourist trap. Yeah, interesting. Hard to find any good pizza here. Soul Food Cooking, they're in Corona or by Corona. So they're SoCal people too. Yeah, there's no there's not a lot of good pizza around here for sure.
Well, you go to Little Tony's in Fullerton for me.
Little Tony's in Fullerton. All right.
It may be Placentia.
Yeah.
But Little Tony, or is it Little Italy? It's Tony's Little Italy of New York. And it's right there. And it's either Fullerton or Placentia. But just look it up on Google and it'll pop up. I did a video there. Call ahead. It takes an hour to cook a deep dish pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Call ahead because we waited in the video. We were dying. We were so hungry. Pizzas were passing us by. People were walking out with pizzas. And we were going crazy. So check that video on Jack and the Go. Go visit. He knows me.
Right.
By name. If you walk in there and say, "Hey, Jack said I should come here," he'll know me.
Right on, right on.
Yeah.
Jason, can you throw in Jack's link for Jack on the Go too, please? Steve from Not Another Cookie Show, Blaze Pizza in SoCal is the best. Yeah, it's pretty good. We actually have one right by my office. So Pit Life Barbecue, he's in New Hampshire. Johnny Maggs says Boston, North End, hands down. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Beach Bum Bob is in the house. Can't get that question down, please. LeBron effing that up now. Yeah, it's true. LeBron James is part owner in Blaze, huh? That's right.
So is Blaze a chain? Because we got a Blaze in Nashville.
Yeah, it's a chain that you can build your own pizza. It's like a little personal.
Oh, yeah. We got Pie 5. You got Pieology.
Yeah, mod pizza. Hobo said Sbarro. Oh, the old mall pizza. Sbarro is
reaching.
I love Sbarro. Westminster Mall. Come on, Westminster Mall Sbarro. I'm all about that. Hobo just bringing back the memories. That's awesome. All right, cool. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, this is what I was kind of talking about in the beginning, Jack. That we have a list of where we're going.
Right.
But you never know where it's going to take us.
Right.
We've gone, with Troy and Justin, we were on for 4 hours. And pretty much all of us were drunk by the end, too. So, anyway. All right. Last question will go to Kent. So you have 1,100 some odd videos, 600 here, whatever. What is the one video, if you could say, this is the one I'm most proud of, this is the one I want you to see if you're new to my channel, what is that one video?
That one video would be probably my number one video, Poor Man's Filet Mignon. And that's how you take a London broil and put salt on it and let it cure for a while, let it sit there for about an hour, and it turns it into filet mignon. And I have over 9 million views. So,
9 million?
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
It went viral, and it didn't go viral till 5 years after I filmed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the one that's like my number one video at 9 million views. I have no other video that's up that high. So that's a great video.
Yeah, that question was given to us by our guest last week, Bill from Chicken Fried Barbecue. So we've added a lifetime question for him on there.
Cool.
I like doing that. If you come up with like these good questions, and
they're staples.
Yeah, it's one that'll get you thinking a little bit and have to kind of reach back in your memory banks, and I dig that. So
right.
I think I need a little break here. Kent, you ready to go with your questions? I don't know why you're flipping a pin.
I'm always ready.
Oh.
You know that. I'm a trooper, baby.
if you don't mind, if you have a moment, would you please ask our guests questions?
All right. Can I mute you?
No.
All right. We covered a couple of them, but James at Aim 'em and Claim 'em wants to ask about your experience on the TV show you did for your barbecue sauces. How was that for you?
Okay, so I was supposed to be on Shark Tank, and it seemed that all the food products were failing on Shark Tank. Because I lived in LA, they had me at the end of the season. They wanted to fly people in, and Shark Tank said, we don't want any more food products. So I got booted off of Shark Tank before I got to film. So then I got contacted by West Texas Investors Club. I'm like, who are these guys, right? I didn't know they were a redneck version of Shark Tank. So I signed paperwork with them. Literally, I would say 7 days after I signed an agreement with them, Shark Tank came back to me and said, hey, we want you back on the show. I'm like, sorry, dude, you missed the boat. I've already signed with West Texas Investors Club. So so I signed with them, and it was on CNBC. And so I went to Texas, and it was very one-sided. I mean, you know, the judges I had to compete against a barbecue joint there. I had to cook my food, they cooked their food, and the judges were the customers. Well, the customers go there, they love that place. So I'm sure, you know, I'm going to lose this contest. So I was the second episode ever of this show. And what happened was we tied it. The judges judged a tie, and then the final tiebreaker was the customers, and that's when I lost it. So I'm like, this thing's totally rigged. I didn't know how to work a wood burning smoker, and it was raining at the time, so my wood was wet, and they wanted me to say things that I didn't feel was right, and it was a great experience, but you know, none of that reality is reality. It really isn't. This is real reality, me and you talking, but they would cue me on what to do and what to say and all that. But my failure was my own. I'm cool with it, and it was an experience.
Okay, piggybacking off that, Easy Bake, one of our mods, he wants to know how are your sauces and rubs doing now, though? Are you still?
Well, it's kind of interesting because we're looking for a new manufacturer right now as we speak for our dry gourmet seasoning, because my wet manufacturer won't do dry rub. So I'm looking for a new person. As soon as we sold out and we ran out, all of a sudden we got bombarded with seasoning orders. We're like, one guy ordered like 6 bottles. I'm like, we don't have a seasoning on the website anymore. We've removed it. We're looking for a new manufacturer. We don't have it. And everybody was going crazy for it. So everything's selling, I would say, adequate. I would say it's doing well. I would say being on Amazon Prime has helped us and brought us to people's homes that normally would not bring us to their home. You know, they would buy something else on Amazon Prime. It gives them free shipping. They love that. Everybody orders from Amazon. I don't care that you're against Amazon or not, but if people, you know, there's a lot of complaints about it, but Amazon Prime works and it's easy for people.
You know, so, we know a guy.
You know a guy
that's in the seasoning. You can put your pin all you want.
I just read it. Hey, my time. You're on break.
You shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Don't you look at me in that tone of voice.
I will every day. Twice on Thursday.
So Michael Petrie from Heaven Made Products is very into helping people with their barbecue spice rubs.
Right.
I can put you in contact if you'd like.
Where's he located?
Texas.
Good God-fearing man, good Christian boy. You guys will probably get along real well.
Yeah.
I'll give you his phone number and I'll give him a shout. Okay.
At least I can send him some product and try it out himself. But yeah. I'll contact him. Yeah, send me his contact info. Definitely. That'd be great.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He was actually a guest on here too. and he's been more than willing to. He offers up rubs to do giveaways, and me and some friends are doing a big pit barbecue thing coming up, and he sent me some rubs and marinades just for the hell of it. So good dude. Kent's holding up his spices now. It's incredible. Is the name of his spice. It's very good. So very, very good dude for sure.
Cool. So I just want to share that one of my latest discoveries, probably in the past year, was ground coffee in your rub. I don't put it in my rub on the bottle. The one I sell, I don't put coffee in it. But the one I use on the show all the time, I have ground coffee with other flavors. And when you cook with coffee on the outside of a brisket, it gets chocolatey. It melts. You use that? Have you used it before?
No, I haven't. Kent probably has.
Yeah. Yeah. Coffee.
The Oak Ridge.
Good. You got a good brand. Yeah, you got to go with something that's not like Folgers. Okay, you got to go with like French roast or Italian ground, and make sure it's finely ground, and it will melt on your meat. It is awesome when it just drips on your meat. It's so good. It gets sticky. It gets gooey. Coffee in your rub. I don't care what you're doing. Brown sugar, whatever your rub is. Put finely ground coffee.
I can see you both got a little excited about the drippy messiness
Yep.
of it all.
Oh yeah. Hold on a minute. I'm drooling on myself.
Already drooling over there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Ken. Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
You always say that, but you never mean it. I love it.
I don't. I'm not sorry, but it makes you feel better that I feel like I'm sorry. So
No, it really doesn't. But that's okay. I'm all right with your shortcomings.
I understand.
Bruce from Food for Men just made a statement, Jack. You're the first cooking channel that he ever watched. He just wanted to make that statement. So
thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, T. Roy Cooks.
Yes.
On all your reviews of your knives, and we were talking about this, actually, CJ and I were talking about it right when you hopped on, the old hanging pineapple, when you cut through it.
Yeah.
T-Roy wants to know, what is your favorite knife?
My favorite knife, crazy enough, all right, on the high end, let's talk about the high end expensive ones. Like when you're spending a couple $100 on knives, I would do Wusthof. I love a good German steel. I love a knife that has weight behind it. So when I cut through something, I don't have to lean into it. The weight of the knife. Do you have Wusthof there? There it is. Okay, that's my favorite. Now,
10-inch.
Now, you ready for this? On the low end, on the cheap end, my favorite is, I mean, like we're talking, you just got married and you can't afford more than, $50. There it is. And I would recommend the Miracle Blades World Championship Group. It's $34 on Amazon right now. You get 13 knives for $34, and they're still cutting good. I kept the paring knife because I open packages with it. It's so good. They never go dull. They really mean it when they say all that crap that they say on the infomercial. Oh, and they cut through a can and they cut through tomatoes. Miracle Blades has always been good on my show. So that's the low end.
Well, there's two answers in one. And I saw Troy put in the chat, he loves his Wusthof. Cool. I just got this one. I tell you what, the weight on this thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Cutting the weight of a knife.
You could get rid of a couple ex-wives with this thing and not need to reach. Just saying.
Do you hang your knives on a magnet? How do you store it? In a block?
Normally, this one stays in a sheath,
right,
and it goes in my barbecue trailer. But a lot of times, I'll hang it on the magnet, backside first, and then I'll let it roll to the other side.
Yeah.
But anytime I pick up a knife, I hit it with my steel.
That's nice. Okay, don't forget, whoever's watching this show right now, that you only need to hone your knife. Honing your knife with the steel is putting the edge back on without resharpening the metal. It just straightens anything that you may have dinged. Okay.
Right.
A sharpener should be done every so many, I mean, truly about every other month. You should do a sharpener, but every week you should use a steel and hone your blade back. And unless you damage your knife and you've dinged it up really bad, then you got to, put the blade back on and sharpen it. But there's some great videos on YouTube about sharpening it.
I couldn't agree with that more. I mean, I got a buddy 12 miles down the road. He's my butcher, and he's given me every advice what to do with my knives, how to store them, how to keep them, everything.
Do you have a whetstone or anything?
Huh?
Do you have a whetstone that you sharpen on?
I do not have a whetstone, no.
Okay, do not use the shark. That little round device that sucks onto your counter and you pull the knife through,
right?
It literally tears the metal immediately off the blade. I mean, you're damaging your knife pulling it through. You could see shards of metal when you pull it through. You don't want that. It's not a true sharpening. And it just damages away your knife.
I have a 15 and 20 degree sharpener, belt sharpener.
That's great.
That's great. That's what I use.
Use the electric one if you don't know what you're doing. Buy the electric one at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way to take care of your blade and not lose metal.
Well, you can take a cheap big box store knife.
Chicago cutlery, you mean, right?
And,
are we talking barberware?
You run it through there. You can.
That you just want to stab somebody with them, and you can't even stab somebody with that knife. It's horrible.
Well, once you run through there, you can take the cheapest piece of steel there is and make it into a nice cutting knife.
Right. Exactly. So I've done that too. I've had some really bad sets. I've had sets that I refuse to use on the show. They're so bad. They look great, but they don't doesn't work at all.
Right. I can agree with that. I've tried a couple of them.
Knives to a YouTube chef, knives are more important than your camera. Knives are more important than your lighting. Knives, the most important thing you will buy as a YouTube chef. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to step on you.
No, you're fine. T-Roy says a good butcher would offer to sharpen your knives for you. Just saying. Yes. I agree, Troy, but he also knows what I do for a living, and he knows the equipment I have. So he just gives me little tips. It doesn't fail anytime I walk into his shop. Hey, have you tried this? Have you tried that? That's just Pete, my butcher. That's the way he is.
Everybody has to have a butcher. Everybody has to have a good place to as a meat source.
Hey, a good butcher could make a bad cook look really good, actually.
Yes, very much so. I get all my meat from the farm, though. I love it. When I moved from California to Nashville, I can go buy pork right off the farm. I can go buy beef right off the farm. It's cleaner than Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Okay, ask the next question. Let's go. You guys are talking like old buddies. Let's hurry this up, man.
Why? You got someplace to be?
I got somewhere else to be. There is a good question in there. I hope you saw it. That everybody thinks it's a good question. From Beach Bum Bob.
Oh, I know him.
How far back was it?
I'll ask it. I got it right here.
All right.
He's watched Jackie's watched you over the years demonstrate products, and in the back of his mind, he's always wondered where the hell do you store all your stuff in your house, or do you give it away or give it back? Because we all know you do, plenty of demonstrations and reviews and all that stuff. What do you do with all of it?
Well, like when Kenmore gave me a refrigerator to review, it was their smart refrigerator. I had a Samsung refrigerator already. I donate a lot to whether it's the church or the battered home for women and children, or I gave my refrigerator to a children's home. I'd like to donate a lot of stuff. So that's all I do. I give it away. I give it to people I know, I care about, whether it's food or it's appliances. It doesn't matter. I give it away all the time. That's about it. If it's a piece of garbage and doesn't work, then I just throw it out.
Bro.
So I've got a garage full of stuff you wouldn't believe.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's crazy.
I'm kind of getting to not to obviously your level, but like I have people sending me stuff a lot, like knives and smoker thermometers. We got tons and tons of thermometers.
Oh man,
everybody can justify it or testify to that. Anybody in the chat has gotten thermometers. Like I agreed to do a review on one, and I still haven't done it. So
what's your best thermometer right now? What is one your go-to?
You know what? When I first got started, someone sent me some Chinese Thermopro knockoff.
Right.
And I never did a video on it or whatever. I just used it, and
I know which one you're talking about too.
Yeah, the little orange one. And I've literally been using that one the whole time, and it's been fine for me. I mean, it's not like I'm not a pro. I'm not that worried about it, but I haven't tried. Someone sent me the Inkbird. I haven't done the review on that. It's still in the box.
That's my favorite. That's my go-to right there.
The Inkbird one. Yeah, I'll give it a shot then. I got what's the other one? A Govee. That's the one I'm going to be doing. It's a Bluetooth wireless one they sent me. So I'm doing a video on that one because I agreed to do it. But,
the Inkbird, you will not use anything else.
Yeah.
Well, Inkbird's over
right, Kent?
Huh?
Kent,
yeah, I got the Inkbird. I did a review on it. I did ambient air test, ice water test with it, boiling water test with it versus 2 other of my instant reads. The regular meat thermometer instant reads, and all mine were within 2 to 3 degrees. So, it was close. Now, which one's exactly perfect? Don't know. But the Inkbird in the test I did a video on it. I put it up. It was spot on. It was right there along with, I did Great Temps versus a Maverick. And it was a degree or 2, It was all within, I think the max range I had was 3 degrees variance between that and other thermometers.
I want to give a piece of advice out to the YouTube cooks. Be careful. Don't. I like to use the term "slut yourself out." You guys probably get contacted every week from China. Somebody from China is giving you garbage, right? And don't slut yourself out. If it doesn't fit, be picky. Don't look like you'll just take anything. All right? Turn away.
The best thing that was offered to a few of us was the bamboo shower seat.
Right.
That's Hobo got that one or tried to get it.
That's great.
I'm like, I'm ready. I'll take a shower. You want to see me in the shower on the YouTube channel? Let's do this.
Just keep your integrity. Don't sell yourself out. If you're doing a full video, make sure you're being paid rightly for it. Or don't do the video. Have some morals. Don't just take anything that comes by because it's free. Because as you grow, you're going to get more and more offers, and you're going to get behind in products. It just becomes a mess. People start thinking you're Guy Fieri, and you get paid to say it.
Right. I'm with you on that. It's something that it's taken me a little while to realize because the novelty of getting free stuff is starting to wear off, right?
Right.
So, and when we had that little round table, we were talking about, don't sell yourself short.
What's the best thing you ever got on your show?
The pit barrel cooker.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I enjoy using it. I'm not a huge I love barbecue, but I don't know tons about it. If I do anything, more than likely I'm calling Kent. But I just love barbecue. I love using that. It's been the best thing that I've gotten so far. But really, the other stuff I've gotten are, I gotten some great rubs that have been great. The cheap Chinese thermometer's been working out just fine for me. Knives. I get more knives than I know what to do with. I have a magnetic deal, and it's just full of knives right now. So I have 2 review videos coming up. The knife is going to drop tomorrow. The thermometer after that. And any more, I'm going to be taking a different line on that stuff because I haven't really took the time to just, instead of slutting myself out or just asking for shit, you know?
Right. Yeah. Just be careful.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody degrading their channels. I want to see everybody grow up together. We have a lot of good people that are part of YouTube Cooks.
Right.
I respect a lot. They're very polite and they deserve the best. So pick and choose what you want on your show and don't sell out. And trust me, the viewers smell it.
Right on. Tom Horsman saying good night. He's going to Vegas. Tom, I'm jealous. I wish we were going to Vegas. Let's see here. T-Roy said I need a Gabby grill. You need to have a Weber kettle for that. I do have a Weber kettle. I would love to have a Gabby grill. Hobo's talking about ThermoWorks. Trying to think anything else. Anyway, yeah, so I've decided, you know, especially after our little roundtable chat and obviously now reaffirming that I will be doing things a little different when people try to send me stuff. And the novelty has definitely worn off of getting the free stuff and having fun with that. So whiskey and barbecue, yes, I have a kettle. I think T-Roy is kind of messing around. So what else? Yeah, CJ, 2.5 hours to Vegas for it's about 3 hours, but yeah, we're pretty damn close. I love Vegas. We go there all the time. It's my kind of town, dude.
Okay, when do you go? You going to Vegas soon or not?
I think we were talking about going in March, maybe, with Josh and Babe actually. From Josh's birthday is coming up this month.
All right, best burger in Vegas.
Which one?
At Planet Hollywood. It's at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, and it's called Burger.
Yeah, Burger. Yeah.
You're gonna order the farm burger.
All right.
It has egg on it, bacon. It has duck breast bacon. It has English cheddar cheese. It's unbelievable.
All right, cool.
Die for.
Woodchuck asked to know when we're all coming to Vegas. There's talk, or not Vegas, Texas. There is talk later on this year, maybe in spring and summer. The four of us, me and Miss CJ and Josh and Babe, are gonna fly to Texas and then rent a van or a Suburban and drive to all the YouTubers around there and visit them and do some stuff there. So we're hoping to do it soon for sure. And once we figure out when we're going to Texas, we'll let everybody know. March 23rd for Vegas weekend. Yeah, so we got that on the calendar. Griddling Grandpa said he's done in Vegas 2.5 hours back in '96. I think we've done it that fast before, but we got in trouble, so we got a little ticket on the way. Steve says he stays at the Venetian in Vegas. I love Venetian. It's a dope spot too. My favorite hotel there is Cosmopolitan, though. That is the best hotel in Vegas right now. I think that's kind of catching everybody. We got 58 viewers still. We're still going strong. We're coming up on hour 2. Jack, are you still going strong? You still okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Kent, I know I did interrupt you, and I'm not terribly sorry, but do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
All right, ask him, baby.
Dollar for Dollar wants to know. Saying you have about your sauces and how they've evolved over the years, Jack. Are there any new additions coming on or no?
The latest addition we did was we added Jamaican jerk sauce to the line of sauces, but we took the barbecue and the hot barbecue and removed the high fructose corn syrup. So it's just natural sugar. We had to reformulate that. That cost a lot of money to do, but everybody kept telling me, get rid of the high fructose corn syrup. Get rid of the high fructose corn syrup. So that's the latest version we have now. That's the last thing we've done is the removal of high fructose corn syrup.
And without it being a shameless plug, tell everybody where they can find your sauces.
They can go
plug their shit. I don't care.
Yeah, they can go to Amazon Prime if they're looking for any of the flavors. All 4 sauces are there. If you're looking for the beef jerky, you have to go to my website, Cooking with Jack, and everything's there. It's also on. I have Amazon gave me a store, and it's on AmazonJack.net. That's my new store, AmazonJack.net. You'll see where I have kitchen stuff and barbecue stuff separated. So if you're in the kitchen, you're that type of cook, go to the kitchen. If you're outside cook on the barbecue, go to the barbecue section.
Good enough. That'll work. All right. You were talking a little bit ago, about Gordon Ramsay. If you're cooking in front of him, what are you cooking, Jack?
I am honored to have Gordon Ramsay. If you look at my friends list, he follows me on Twitter, probably because I rated him the winner of Burger Wars one year. And then I will make Gordon Ramsay my teriyaki short ribs that my mom's recipe she passed down. So if you guys go to the My Mom is Great series, you'll see on that playlist, you'll see teriyaki short ribs. And that's the one I did in New York in front of Macy's for the judges, and that's what I would make Gordon Ramsay because I think it's flawless.
That's a good recipe. Sounds like a very good recipe.
It's super easy. It's a go-to recipe.
All right. Beach Bum Bob asked, one thing you really miss from Southern California, Orange County area, to eat or a place to eat at?
Okay, well, I have to say the eclectic food that's in Southern California. I could go to one corner and have Peruvian, go to another corner and have El Salvador. I could go anywhere in the world in Southern California. I could get pho, I could get New York pizza, I could get any country, anything I wanted in Southern California. In Nashville, it's not like that. And it's becoming like that. I've noticed that, like, we don't have a lot of Hispanics out here. So I've noticed when the Hispanics come, that I always get my Mexican food where the Hispanics go. They know where good Mexican food is. So I will follow wherever they're doing their business. But I miss all the international foods. I love trying Middle Eastern and Indian and all that stuff, and I don't have it here. And all I have here is meat and potatoes, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle to find the restaurants to review. That's what I miss.
I can definitely understand that international variety that there is out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday California will evolve and get Dutch food too, but I'm not sure.
There you go.
There's a place in by Disneyland that has Dutch food.
I didn't ask you. I was talking to Jack.
I don't give a damn what you say.
All right.
Hey, we got a new. Hey, shut up real quick. We got a new guest in the chat. Obese Woman Baby. That is got to be one of the best channel names ever. Jack makes my favorite raw chicken. I wonder if that might be a little troll comment, guys. Let's jump on that one.
Yeah, it is.
All right, King, go for it, brother.
You sure? Okay.
Oh, stop it.
All right. I got two more here for you, Jack. Another one from Dollar for Dollar. Favorite recipe or dish as it pertains to the keto diet?
Oh, to the keto diet. Okay. My favorite recipe has got to be the keto. It's like Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay biscuits, but it's a keto version. And it's only like each biscuit is only like 2 grams of carbs. And it's to die for. You can put as much cheese in the recipe as you want. It's amazing. And I have that on my channel. And that's one of my favorites. When everybody's eating bread, I can make the keto biscuits. And they taste just like Red Lobster biscuits, Cheddar Bay biscuits.
My wife kills biscuits.
My wife's ordering biscuits with another round before the dinner even gets to us.
Oh yeah,
so true.
Yeah. They're damn good. I will say that.
Oh yeah.
But I'll take a big old ribeye for an appetizer and then have a ribeye for dessert. And
Amen. I hear you.
All right. Last question. Another one from Beach Bum Bob. Jack, why, in your opinion, is the Shed barbecue better than anybody else that you've tasted in your contest? Have you been back? And do you still stay in contact with the owners and their family?
Yeah, in fact, I follow each and every one of them on Instagram. I'm constantly seeing their delicious food. The reason I chose them as the winners because they were the only place I've ever been to that everything was flawless, including the sides. When I remember Robert Earl's Barbecue in Long Beach, North Long Beach, was one of my favorite barbecue places because the sides were as good as the main dish. You know, every side you ordered was flawless. The greens tasted better. The mac and cheese was creamier than everybody else. They were all home runs, and that's what the Shed did. They had a home run recipe for coleslaw. They had a home run recipe for baked beans. They had a home run recipe for everything that we ordered. So as much fun as it was to eat the meat, the brisket, the pulled pork, we had as much fun with the sides. It was that exciting. Kent, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm catching up on the chat here while I'm talking to you. So apologize for that. Just reading Chef's question from Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Do you ever go to Puckett's in Franklin? And if so, what do you think about it?
Yeah, it's a popular place. It's always busy. They have a burger there that they serve at Puckett's that I enjoy. They put pulled pork on top of the burger. So you get the burger and you get pulled pork on your burger. A lot of places do that. I really enjoy that burger. They have some really good salads there. Yeah, I go to Puckett's in Franklin. There's two locations, and I think the Franklin one is better than the other location. I think the other one is in Green Hills or it's in Brentwood or somewhere. I don't remember. Somewhere nearby. But the Franklin location is definitely a good location.
Is that the original location?
I think it is. The location I went to was an original, yeah.
All right. That is all I have right now for you, Jack. So I'll let the boss man feel like he's back in control and have his show back.
I appreciate it. There's some comments in the chat about Kent trying to take my job and some shit. I
don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know if I like that or not.
I didn't even interview for the co-host job. So just saying.
Hey, you just walked in and it was yours. We know how it is.
I have that effect on people.
It's true. All right. This is a question I like to ask, and it gets the people in the chat involved a little bit, and it's a fun question. I see Steve saying good night. Good night. Catch you on Steve from Nine of the Cooking Show. He's out. He's going to be on AB's channel for Battle of the Kitchens this weekend, so make sure you guys stop by for that. All right. If Hollywood were going to make a movie about you and your channel and your business, whatever, who is playing you? What star is playing Jack? In the chat, jump in there.
I would probably pick Joe Pesci.
Pesci, all right, I'll take Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci's to die for because I like to have fun. I like to joke all the time, and that's Joe Pesci.
Right.
That's him. Or that's who I would go with.
All right.
He's still looking good today.
I know. You saw he was in a Super Bowl commercial.
Saw that commercial.
Yeah, I was like, Pesci's all right, dude. He's alive.
Wow. Now, Macaulay Culkin didn't look that great, but
no,
Joe Pesci looked awesome.
Someone said John Goodman. Tom dropped the $5 super chat. CJ is scared of Kent taking over the show. It's true. Artie Lang. That's interesting. Bottle Cap Barbecue said Justin Timberlake. I'm all right. The The Gothic Catfish, Don Vito played Jack. That's funny.
You know, I've been there's been kids that have walked up to me and thought I was that guy from Toy Story.
Okay, yeah.
The guy with the chicken.
Yeah.
The chicken outfit. Like, dude, you're the dude who fell asleep with the nacho fingers. I'm like, yeah, right. Thanks. I want to be compared to that.
From The Walking Dead. I don't know that one. Go. Sorry, brother. Let's see. I think that's all. Guys, if you have any more, I'll throw them in there. I'll try to interrupt. All right. So, Brad Garrett. I can see it. You're a funny guy. Let's see here. Jason Momoa. I don't know about Jason Momoa. He's too clean.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. That one is not happening.
My wife was talking about Jason Momoa after we watched Aquaman.
I bet she was.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's so dirty looking, and she's like, yeah, he is. He's dirty.
Yeah, I mean, you're steaming up my computer screen.
Exactly, he's dirty.
All right, hold on. I gotta ask you. That's the guy who played Aquaman in the newest thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you realize the newest Superman and the newest Aquaman, they both played for the same high school soccer team in Des Moines, Iowa?
Well, that is some trivia right there, brother.
There you go.
All right. Josh and Babe have a question in there. You write it down so they feel special, please. Let's see. If Babe asks the question, then he'll write it down. If it's Josh, he won't write your question down. Sorry. George Clooney. Shadow C, George Clooney. Yeah, there's a Clooney in there a little bit. You can see the little pepper.
It's very interesting. George Clooney really, he was a big star, and then he went kind of independent doing his own thing, kind of pulled a Garth Brooks, where he didn't really care what anybody thought, and he did some really strange movies. You're like, what is that, a talking goat? I mean, what exactly is your movie about? So George Clooney was a strange fellow, and then he went behind the camera and became a producer of many good films.
Yeah.
So,
well, he made $1 billion off his tequila company, so he could do whatever the hell he wants right now.
That's right. When you're big, you can do whatever you want.
You're a billionaire. You can do whatever. Mel's Simple Meals says she saw Aquaman today, so she understands about Jason Momoa and the steaminess. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my place again. What has kept you going and on the grind for so long? You've been doing this for so long. Obviously, a lot longer than a lot of us have. What's kept you going so long?
There's a few success stories that have happened over the years. When I hear a child say, "Hey, I've been watching you for 9 years or whatever, and I have gone through culinary school because of you." I've had about 7 children tell me that they went to cooking school because of my show. Or when I hear that a father sits with his daughter on his lap every Saturday morning and watches my show, they watch it together. It's those things. It's making a change in people's lives. It's making a difference. It really is. And this allows me to have a voice and allows me to love on people. And when I hear those success stories where my show has done something positive for somebody else, that's why I offer prayer at the end of every video, because I want my show to help people as much as possible. So if I'm cooking a dish, I want to cook a simple dish that everybody can cook, that you can cook this weekend.
Right on. It's funny you talk about the kids watching. We have a buddy in our little group, Robert Roy's cooking channel. So it's Marion. His little granddaughter watches the hot seat on his phone, and he'll send us pictures in the chat. And just of this little cute little blonde girl, just it's 2 or 3 or something like that, just concentrating on that iPad watching us. So it's very sweet to see that.
The biggest thing that's ever happened on my show, and I'll never forget it. It was a Halloween a few years back, and a kid dressed up like me.
Oh, right on.
He wore my yellow hat backwards, and he wore my apron, and he dressed up like me. I literally drove to his house at Christmas time after Halloween and gave him a real show apron and visited him. We did a video together. He was a little 3-year-old, a little boy, and his thing to dress up for Halloween was me. And I thought, wow, what a compliment that is. This is the kind of stuff that keeps me going.
That's awesome. That's a great story right there for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I was very honored. I still am.
Yeah, sure.
Jack, on that note, this coming Halloween, I'm going to shrink a foot, gain 40 pounds, and buy a fedora.
Okay.
You're not a foot taller than me.
Wait to see that.
You are not a foot taller than me. You may be 40 pounds lighter, but and you can't rock this fedora like I do. I'm sorry.
No, I would actually make that fedora look good.
No, you wouldn't. You'd look awkward. But let's talk about hats. Where did the yellow hat turn backwards come from?
It's just, I didn't want the stupid white hat that I'm not knocking professionals, but that professionals wear. I didn't want to be, because I never went to school to be a chef. So I didn't want to pretend that I did by wearing the professional white hat that chefs wear. So I grabbed anything and I put the hat backwards, and it was, it would keep hair out of the food. It just was useful at the time. And then it became a staple. It was like, where's your hat? One time I didn't wear it, and they freaked out on me, and they're like, hey, you got to put your hat back on where you see in your yellow hat. And it just became a standard.
It's kind of the same thing happened to me. Like I wore, I have a different color hat, and I rocked it a couple of times. And then when I stopped wearing it, it got comments in my video like, "Where's your hat? What are you doing?"
Right.
I'm always wearing a hat. I'm bald, so I'm wearing a hat. But
I'm bald too. See, look.
Oh yeah. See, I'm with you. I'm about ready for a shave.
Twins.
Twins.
Do you know how hard it is to put this on with one hand? Have you ever done that?
No, man.
Yeah, it's tough with one hand. There you go.
You're rocking it. You're doing it.
You'd be surprised what I've done with one hand. It's crazy. Opening jars is tough. Now I can grab the jar with the second hand, right. But you know how hard it is to use a mixer, because your second hand holds the bowl.
Right.
So I have to do some really creative editing.
Oh, I'm sure. I've noticed that your wife jumps in there quite a bit to help you out too.
Oh yeah, she's been bullets. She wouldn't let me stop.
Is she willing to come on and say hi?
She's snoring in the other room.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to wake her. So she's sawing logs right now.
All right, no worries. I should have asked you sooner.
10 o'clock, we're Central Time.
Right.
But yeah, she had shouted something out earlier.
Yeah, I should have asked when I heard her, but we usually, if there's a spouse or kids running around, we ask to have them on or say hi. And I got, stop flipping your pen. God, you got attitude tonight. And I just
Jimmy Q asked that earlier and then just re-asked it.
Yeah.
If Mrs. Jack will come on, but
hold on.
The old Midwest saying is "Let a sleeping dog lie," and if she's snoring,
no,
don't poke the bear.
Don't worry about it.
I ain't getting anything tonight. I might as well wake her up.
Nah.
Hey, Tammy.
Don't worry about it, Jack.
Jack, it's okay.
Yeah.
Literally
isn't familiar with their story on why your hands having a hard time. Do you want to discuss that real quick?
Yeah. So my hand, see, I can move my fingers.
That's awesome, buddy.
I can grab stuff. So what happened was, because I had high blood pressure and diabetes, there's two types of strokes. There's one where the blood vessel bursts, and there's one where you have a blood clot that goes to your brain. It can happen to anybody at any age. My high blood pressure caused my blood vessel, to burst. And when that broke, it kills the part of the brain. So it damaged the motor skills that work in this arm. So I can lift this arm, but I can't go higher than my head. So it's tough at church when I'm worshiping, but it has to reroute. Okay, so what will happen over time is it will reroute. The brain is so amazing that it's like when your electricity goes out and they reroute your electricity from another path. That's what your brain does. Sometimes it takes days, weeks. It could be as long as like it happened in June. So They told me it probably will take about a year to get all my stuff back. A guy at my church said he's had 3 of them, and he says all of them been about a year long. So I'm guessing I got a few more months before it all comes back, but it is coming back.
Well, were you right-handed also?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't write. I can't type. You'd be surprised how much stuff you can't do. Is you just can't do anything. Well, so you can't carry anything to the garage and open the door and go into the garage, stuff like that. So you think ahead. You have to think smarter.
Right. When I was in college, my freshman year, I blew out my shoulder, and it was my right hand, and I could not move it. You look at your arm and want to will it to move, right?
Right.
I could not move it. I was doing everything left-handed. Granted, it's a lot less severity of what went on, but I could kind of understand that I was not able to move my arm, and it really did jack with me.
Yeah, it freaks you out. And what happens is, in the very beginning, when you start to get your thoughts back and everything clears up and your mental, the first thing that comes back is mental. The second thing that comes back is your leg. And the third thing that comes back, the last thing is your arm. Okay. And there's a period of fear, and you have to battle that fear. It's scary. It's scary not to be able to hug your child. It's scary, or hold your wife's hand or anything like that. When it's cold, my arm tends to get close to my body. A lot of things change. So there is a scary period, and then after a while, you start to see the signs coming back, and you just have to keep your spirits high. That's it. Yeah, you have to beat it that way. It's just think positive, be positive.
Yeah, I know you got a pretty good team around you. A lot of people praying for you, I'm sure. So.
Oh, totally. Yeah, all my viewers are. They've been wonderful. The viewers have been wonderful. I don't like to call my viewers fans. Right. I call my viewers friends. Because I don't think I'm better than my viewers in any way. If I had 5 million subscribers, that doesn't make me better than another person. Right. So I would, when I see a viewer in the store and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're Jack on the Go," and like, "Hey, how you doing?" I treat them like a celebrity. I ask permission to take a picture of them and post it on Facebook. And so they feel special because my viewers, if it wasn't for my viewers, I would be nobody. And you never can forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you touched a lot of people in the heart with that, not being able to hug your kid thing. My kids are the most thing for me. I hug them and kiss them all the time. I'm with you. T. Roy says, "God bless you, Jack." That's a big deal, man. I'm glad we've watched you all come along. We've watched you get a little bit better each video and seeing what's going on. So, we're all pulling for you to get stronger. And, I love what you're saying,
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
Fans, or viewers like that, I would be the same way. I love it. It's awesome, man. So, anyway, Josh and Babe said they're very impressed. You gained a fan tonight, so very cool. I hope people really get there and sub you. You do some good stuff on your channel for sure. Been a long time. A lot of people love you, so that's very cool. Kent, I don't remember. Are you on questions, or did I leave off the question? Is it my turn or your turn? All right, it's my turn. What is the end result for you? What is the goal? What are you striving for? Is there a part where you're satisfied, or whatever? You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Well, I just decided to write a book. It's brand new. It's going to be How to Make It Big on YouTube. That's what it's called. I've taught courses. I know social media like the back of my hand. So I want to finish the book, and then so that I can leave something behind. It's going to be great marketing advice that will be timeless. So whether it's 10 years from now, because every other day YouTube updates its software and everything.
Right.
So, and there's always something to learn. I don't want the book to be dated. And then I'm going to do a video series that will train people on how to build your channel. I don't care what the guys are saying on YouTube. The only way to build your channel is to be consistent and make sure that you're on a regular basis and to give good quality, give something worth watching.
Right.
And that's it. And just keep doing it and earn your people, earn your viewers the old fashioned way, one at a time. Don't try and buy your viewers. Don't try and game the channel. Don't try and shortcut yourself, because you don't do YouTube for the money. You don't. You do YouTube. Every time I train somebody in YouTube, I tell them, don't do it for the money. If you're thinking, how quickly can I get to the monetization level, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. Do it for the love. Do it because you love to cook, you love to fix cars, you love to do fishing, whatever it is you love to do, you do it for the love. So the end game result, to answer your question, is I have a dream to have my own products. I want to be the face of like all the Walmart kitchen stuff, whether it's a strainer, whether it's a spatula, whatever it is. I want to have my face on it, and I want to be the brand. So I want to be the spokesperson. Right now, it's Pioneer Woman is everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to be like Pioneer Woman is right now. I'm looking to get to that point so that I don't want just crappy products. I want only the stuff that I like a lot, that I find very useful. So like the barbecue dragon, the barbecue dragon, right?
Yeah.
It's the fan that hooks up your barbecue. That's an amazing product. So like if Walmart were to make their ripoff cheap version of it or whatever, I would, where they had, it used to be called Home Trends, I think it was, a while back, and then they changed it. And now it's like at Sam's Club, it's called Members Mark. But I would like to be that brand on a nationwide level. I mean, we all need to start thinking that way. We can't just think YouTube. You need other revenue streams. You need other interests. You need other things going on, because with a spider having 8 legs, if one leg breaks, the other ones hold it up.
Right.
So make sure that you have other avenues of income. So you're monetizing on Amazon, and you've got brand deals, and so there's going to be a day that YouTube will tumble. You have to always be ready for that. So whoever's out there, make sure that you're not just relying on YouTube, because what if they close tomorrow?
Right.
What are you able to support yourself? And this is a career to some people. This is the time they spend the time to do it. So in my book, I'm going to talk about all that stuff. I'm going to talk about all the moral things. We're going to address the hate issue. The hate issue is beyond. I mean, they're judge, jury, and executioner on YouTube. Yeah. They really are. We've all seen the haters. That's why you got so many moderators. It's because the hate goes flowing. So we'll address that, and we'll talk about a lot of positive things and how to turn things positive. So my goal is to leave behind something that's timeless, that can teach others.
Oh, that's very cool. I said it earlier. I'm glad I finally got a chance to talk to you. I definitely will be reaching out more, not only for the collaboration we talked about, but just you're giving some great advice here.
Right.
I want to be the best I could be at what I do, and I set up Amazon. I set up affiliate links. Meat Cranium. I do a knife. He has a Serbian chef knife that I've reviewed and got a little affiliate with them. So right. I'm all about the different legs or different avenues. So I'm with you on that.
Right.
I have a full-time gig. I'm not trying to get rich on this. I love cooking. It's my stress relief. It's obviously you can look at me and Ken. We both love eating, so it's a big deal. But if we can make a couple bucks to put back into the show or buy the groceries or whatever,
pay a bill, whatever it is,
pay a bill. Hey, I got some money from YouTube last month, and we paid for Costco. Whatever. It just we needed came in handy. So that's the stuff I'm more into. If Food Network calls one day, I'm ready for Chopped any day of the week. But I doubt anything like that's ever gonna happen. So I'm just gonna have fun with it too. every once in a while it gets little redundant, little mundane, little tedious. But that's when you step back and think of why you did it, why you got started. Are you having fun? Cooking is life. It's all good. So anyway,
let me give you one more tip for everybody who's watching right now. YouTube cooks mainly. There's a thing called tentpole videos. Do you ever heard that term?
I've heard the term, but I'm not necessarily familiar with it.
Okay, tentpole videos are things that are big in the world. So let's say, for example, Robert De Niro choked on a hot dog. Okay. He choked on a hot dog and he was saved. Somebody did the Heimlich maneuver, whatever. Okay. The tent pole is the highest point of your tent. Okay. So you want to do a video on the highest thing in the world that's hot right now. So if like Memphis in May is rocking, you want to be doing barbecue videos in May. Oh, okay. And you want to put in your tags Memphis in May, and you want to like ride the wave in. So if you did a hot dog video when everybody's searching on YouTube for the video of Robert De Niro choking on a hot dog, your stuff's going to come up like 1,000,000 times more than it ever would. Okay, so keep that in mind. That follow the calendar, make Christmas dishes, come up with a 4th of July dish. Do those things. Spring break, whatever you're doing, right. Summertime, do drinks, do desserts for Christmas. You got to really live it. You've got to really, that's a word of advice for you guys. Follow the calendar.
Well, you talk about drinks in the summer. I did a drink series in the summer, slushy girly drinks, and Kent just hates it.
Right.
Foo
drinks, right.
But they're delicious and it's hot. So I think there's tons of people in the chat right here that agree with what you're saying. And I think the better part of us follow the trends of the year, do the Thanksgiving, do 4th of July.
That's what people expect. We might as well give them what they expect.
Exactly. Lyle from No Hippie Barbecue reached out to me really early when I'm doing this, and he was telling me that his air fryer videos and gadget videos do well in October and November for Christmas,
right.
Stuff like that. So I started doing, I got a burrito air fryer. I got the Foodie, Right. What's funny is Mrs. CJ is more hip to the trends than I am, because she's a coupon crazy girl, right? Yeah. And she will buy me every gadget contraption. I'll be looking at it like, I don't need a Foodie. But I was like, all right, this looks cool. Let's try it. And then it's been my best video getter consistently every video I put out. So it's hard not to do that stuff, even though I'd rather be out smoking a brisket or whatever. But those niche type things throughout the year, that is definitely a pro tip. And real quick, Babe of Josh and Babe says she makes me the greatest. I make you the greatest food drinks. That's right. Every time we go to Josh and Babe's house, food drinks aplenty.
Right.
So tasty.
Okay, so like this month, do you know what the trend is this month?
No, what's the trend?
January is a hard month. January and August are the worst months on YouTube. They're the slowest, worst months because the holiday is over. But this month is all healthy food. Anything healthy. Right. So you do a salad series or something. But that's what everybody's doing this month. It's always healthy food because people are trying to lose weight. They go back to the gym in January, all the New Year's resolutions to get better shape and all that. Right. So you need to live the show. Right. You need to live the show. Let it be a part of you.
I don't believe my salad cooking when I put like a bunch of bacon and chicken like on one shred of lettuce, but whatever.
Right. And don't be afraid to do it.
Last time I made a salad, it turned out horrible. It looked exactly like a brisket off my offset. I don't know.
Don't be afraid to do stupid videos that you think are dumb, but nobody would want to watch it. They want to watch it. So, like for example, I think I got a ton of views on how to fry an egg.
Right.
That was it. I've done how to peel an egg. Everybody would go, everybody knows how to peel an egg. Well, no, they don't. Obviously not, because it's got like 300,000 views.
That's insane.
Yeah, but if it's a 1 minute video, I showed how to cut your corn out of the husk. It was like a minute video or 2 minute video. Don't be afraid of size. Don't be afraid of how hard something is or how dumbed down something is, because there's always someone out there who doesn't know.
Right. Someone jumped in there. Orlando Nelson. He's new to my channel. Welcome. So he's been a sub to Jack for a minute now. He lives in the great state of Tennessee like he does.
Amen. Love it.
He wants you to come down to the bell buckle to try the bell buckle.
Yeah. Bell buckle. No, he's right. Bell buckle. That's right.
Right on.
I just filmed down there. I did Marcy Joe's. Ask him if he knows Marcy Joe's, like a breakfast place. I just did that on Jack and the Go. It's down there.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Ken, did you catch the question where someone asked what the ideal length of video is?
Yes, thank you for asking. That was our scorekeeper, Mr. Keith Betteg.
All right, knock it out, brother. Go ahead.
Jack, your thoughts on time length for videos, for normal YouTube uploads? What's your thoughts on that, pal? 5 minutes or less is prime. The problem is most YouTubers don't put themselves in the customer's seat. They don't realize, when do you switch? When will you watch a video? If it's under 5 minutes, of course I'll click on it. Just a few minutes, boom, I'll click on it. If it's like over 10 minutes, forget it. Okay. If you see a video that's 12 minutes, well, I gotta go to the dentist. I gotta be leaving in a few minutes. I don't have time to watch a 10-minute video. Joe Rogan, I ain't watching his hour-long videos for nothing. Even if I love the guest, I ain't got time. So you don't click on it at all. So if you give them, I found that if it's 5 minutes or under, I get more, like almost twice the clicks than if I'm over 5 minutes. So a shorter video gets more watched because it's a shorter video. The way you explained it, I totally agree, because like, for example, tonight I'm waiting for CJ to send me the Hangout link, and I'm looking at the time. I was like, well, I know he's going to send it to me in the next 5-10 minutes, and here's a 15-minute upload, and I'm like, well, shit, I can't watch the whole thing.
Right.
And when I click on one, I'm not saying I've never done it, but very rarely will I skip through parts of an upload.
Right.
When I go to watch it, I watch it.
Right.
95% of the time. And then you'll see a 22, 25-minute video on,
no.
Like,
right,
how to make ice cubes. It's like, come on, dude. I ain't got time for this shit. So I can see that the 5 to 7 minute range being optimal.
Right. Okay, let me give you another tip. When you're editing, everything's in the editing, okay? I've seen so many cooking shows where I'm watching them stir for 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, cut that out. I just need 1 or 2 stirs. That's it. I'm done. When I see you pouring milk into a bowl, I just want to see the milk start to go in the bowl. My mind can fill in the gap. That's how you keep your film tight and short. So my brothers always look to remove. Always look to remove. I don't want to see you separating every biscuit. You separate the first one, you separate the second one, cut to the last one. Okay? I don't want to see all that dead space. So that's a mistake a lot of cooks do. So if you ever watch when I'm doing ingredients into the bowl, as soon as it drops, I cut. I go to the next ingredient. It's boom, 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 and then so you just gotta practice on your editing. How much can I cut? The mind fills in a lot. Okay?
Well,
so it's visual.
So we look at it, we have people that look at it different ways. So like T-Roy cooks, but if you have good content and they keep the viewer engaged, they will watch the whole video.
Yeah, T-Roy is talking. you want to hear everything he's saying.
Exactly. I think it depends on the actual person. Like,
Right.
I want to see what T-Roy has to say. I like watching what he's doing in the backyard. I like hearing the chimes and the Fifi is running around his dog. You know, we're engaged with Troy. Like, we love Troy. So, but if it's someone new, doesn't know what's going on, you know, don't have a huge following, then the 5 to 7 minute videos is probably where you want to be at.
But you don't want to see Troy trimming brisket fat for 10 minutes. You don't want to see that.
Yeah.
You know, so he does that off camera, or he cuts that part out. And then when he's cooking and when he's doing stuff, he doubles it up. I'm going to put this on the grill and I'm going to talk to him at the same time. Right. And I'm going to get out what I want to say. But I don't want to bore. People get bored quickly on the internet.
Yeah.
Be careful that it's pertinent.
Yeah. I've had people tell me, you know, 5 minutes, or it needs to be 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. And I'm more like you guys thinking about, like, I got stuff to do. And right. I'll do that. If I'm working at the office and I'm watching YouTube, I have a meeting in 20 minutes. I'm in 25 watching. So I get what you're saying for sure. And
my brother sends me a video. I see it's over 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, no.
I don't have
time for this. And then you jump through the video, you know.
Yeah.
It's whatever. You gotta build your channel by what you want to see as a person.
Right.
What I will watch, what I won't watch.
Right.
And that's how you should be doing your episodes.
And Troy has a better personality than a lot that will extend and people will engage. So
yes,
for sure. All right, cool.
So be your own fan. What you want to do is be a fan of your own show and look at it from a viewer's perspective. Yeah. What is the viewer? Yeah. So you got to look at it from the customer's point of view.
Kent?
Yes.
Please go on.
Oh, thank you, most kind sir. All right, Jack. Meat Cranium wants to know, have you ever used the Real Man's Air Fryer by Charbroil called the Big Easy?
Okay, so many people have issues with me because I knocked air fryers. I said, don't buy air fryers. The reason I said don't, you remember that video? I'm all mad.
Yes, I do.
One of our moderators is an air fryer queen.
Well, because they made them too small. Air fryers are too small. They only do 2 pieces of chicken at a time. So when they came out with the bigger versions, I had done that video when the regular version was popular. If you have a family of 4, you're screwed. You can't cook in an air fryer, whether you want to or not. That's what that video was about. So I have not used that air fryer, but that's why I knocked air fryers on my show, is because the oven, you can cook so much more and have leftovers.
We're getting some comments in the chat now that Kent and I have been nice to each other for one moment.
Sorry, John.
Johnny Mag said, knock that sweet talking shit off. All right. Sorry, go ahead. T-Roy was very excited that you watched his show. You know who he is. That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right, Kent.
All right. Last one I have for you.
Yeah.
Dollar for Dollar wants to know, did you make the theme music for the Jack on the Go show? Because it's always stuck in his head.
I've been asked what is the name of that song. I don't know what it is because I bought it so long ago. I will tell you right now where I get all my music, all my video clips, everything I need, my After Effects, everything, is a website called Pond 5. Called Pond and the number 5.com. They have everything you could possibly want. It's production music, it's stingers, it's everything you could want. Is at Pond 5, and it's dirt cheap. So like when I had an intro, when I had food flying by and all that, that was $20. All I did was plug in my food pictures. That was it. I didn't do the special effects. I didn't. So that's where I go for those. That song, I don't know the name of it. I know it's very popular and very catchy and people love it, but nobody else has it. And that was the beauty of that song. I picked something. When I picked that song, I thought, because last time I picked a song, some insurance company used the same song I did. I'm like, great, somebody's got my song. So I picked that song because it was unique. That's why I went with it. It was, I remember in the title, it was Monkey something. I don't remember the title, though. It had the word monkey in it. And I don't know why, but it's a great song.
Is that, I got a couple of replies here in the chat. Is that Pawn as in P-A-W-N or P-O-N-D?
No. It's the water, P-O-N-D, number 5. You will be blown away. You will be excited. It's like going to Disneyland for the first time when you go to their website. They have everything. You can get your openers there for $20. You can get your closers for $10. You can get whatever special effect you want for your videos. It's my little secret piece of heaven I'm sharing with you guys, because that's where I get all my production stuff. If I need something, whether it's a picture of a spider or a picture of anything, it's all there. Go check it out and go have fun on it.
All right. One last question from me, Jack. Babe of Josh and Babe.
Yes.
How long did it take you to get your channel off the ground? And how long after that did your videos, your uploads really take off?
This doesn't relate to today, the numbers I'm going to give you, because today you can build on YouTube way faster. It took me about 2 years to get about 2,000 subscribers. That's how long it took me. In the beginning, I mean, nobody knew YouTube. Nobody was on YouTube. Nobody knew how to spell YouTube. In the very beginning, it took me 2 years. I went to 2,000 subscribers. That's when Google called me and offered me partnership. So it took me 7 years to get 100,000. It took me 18 months to get my second 100,000. So those numbers don't work for you today, because I got a girl that I'm helping starting her bacon channel. She got 500 in 1 day. It happens much quicker today. Your channel, you should not be 2 years, 2,000 subscribers. You should be 6 months, 2,000 subscribers. That's how you should be. If not, you need to review your channel. If people aren't flocking to you, you need to find out why not. What do I need? What do I want to see? What do I want to see on this cooking show? What will excite people? Yeah.
All right. That's all I got for you, Jack. So on that note, I'm going to say one thing.
Yeah.
Happy fishing, buddy.
All right. I mean, I'm going to call you about that fishing trip.
Let me know. I'll give you my number right after we're done.
All right.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. I only got a couple more questions left. We're going on. It's almost been 3 hours, so I think this probably gets on to start wrapping things up.
Right.
Just 2 quick, fun questions. If you could cook with anybody in history, alive or dead, who would you want to cook with?
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown. You know, that's an answer from a lot of people.
The guy, what I like about him the most is he's educational, he's humorous, and he's great. He does good work. Everything he creates is good, and he'll teach you. He doesn't just say, put the salt in, put the baking powder in. He says, put these in so it'll rise. He teaches you why he's doing it, and that blows me away. He's a very educational, great guy, down to earth. He's great to follow on Twitter.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So I don't know if this is such a great question now. I was just thinking about it, but your last meal, you robbed a few banks, and you're looking at the pokey. What's your last meal going to be?
My last meal is going to be a bone-in ribeye. And why do I eat ribeye with the bone in? Is so that nobody can meat glue me and say it's ribeye. and I don't have to worry about I'm eating scraps. I know it's a real ribeye if the bone's attached.
Damn
It's
right.
a bone-in ribeye from Longhorns is to die for.
Love it. I think a lot of people agree with that one too. Any particular side you need to have with it?
It's going to be it's horseradish mashed potatoes.
Nice.
Morton's makes a horseradish mashed potato that is to die for.
Right on, right on. Orlando Nelson said you need to come to Bell Buckle and hang out. He said something a little earlier, and I'm sorry I missed it, Orlando. But T-Roy's loving this guy, so I'm glad. I'm glad that our viewers got to actually hear you talk and meet you and get some good vibe from you for sure.
I just want to say one last thing before I go. If I can, I'm thinking, what can I say that can help all the YouTube cooks? If you don't review your channel every so many months, every 6 months, I don't care. If you don't sit down and try to cut the fat, your channel will never grow. It's like you trim your bushes so they grow better the next season. So you need to be looking at your channel and find out what works and get rid of what doesn't. Those videos that bomb, they bomb for a reason. So when I did keto dishes, they didn't do very well. They bombed for a reason. I pulled away from keto. Okay? Yeah, I try to lean towards keto eating, but on YouTube, they want to see the greasy stuff. They want to see the good food, you know. They want to be tantalized. They want the incredible stuff. So you need to sit down with your channel and look it over and find out what needs to go, what needs to stay, what we need to do more of.
Now, when you say what needs to go and what needs to stay, you're not talking about removing past videos. You're talking about future videos.
Never remove a video. Even if it's a failure, never remove a video.
Right.
But like I did the it was the boxes from other countries. It was we used to open them. It was an unboxing. We used to do that a ton every week, and they were failures. So we got rid of them. They were the gift boxes or whatever. It was a subscription box, and we removed those. I stopped doing subscription boxes, and because they failed, so I cut that fat, and then I went back to basics in January. I said to myself, "Why are my numbers? I don't know if you saw numbers dropping towards the end of last year, but I saw numbers were dropping. I'm like, what was the reason they came to my channel in the first place?" And I said they came for product reviews, lazy man recipes, and recipe ripoffs. So I started going back to those again. And as soon as I did, my numbers skyrocketed.
Right on, right on.
So remember what made your success? What made people want to come to you? And do more of that. And look at your numbers. And don't get a heart for anything because you may be cutting it out. You may love doing the barbecue videos, but they're not good on your show. But doing the Ninja Foodie is blowing up. So do more Ninja Foodie.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing.
Right.
I do 2 videos a week, right? And then I have this hot seat. So
right.
My 1 video a week is a foodie or air fryer gadget, right?
Right.
Then the Sunday video is usually the barbecue I cooked the night before because I love barbecue.
Right.
It's just knowing in the back of my head that it's not bringing a whole lot of people to the table, but it's something I want to do. So I get exactly what you're saying for sure. But reiterate, you're not talking about people removing videos, just move forward.
Never remove. Even if it's a failure, even if you taught it wrong.
Yeah.
I did a video, how to cut an onion without crying. And I taught it was wrong. It was completely wrong. But it has 500,000 views. Right. Why would I ever take that down? Had I took it down when I knew it was wrong, I would not have 500,000 views.
Nah, I'm with you.
Okay.
I said he wants more fruity drinks this summer.
Right.
Guys, I got to tell you, my drink videos, I have 12 in the playlist or whatever. They do not do well. But fortunately, I like to drink, so I'll keep doing videos.
Right.
What I'm hoping is like what you're saying. Is it hasn't done well this year, but maybe it'll do better next year and take off. You know,
test it again later.
Exactly.
Pull it out for this year.
Right.
And then take the videos you're doing with the Ninja Foodie and join the Ninja Foodie food groups on Facebook.
Oh, done. All right.
Share the video there because Instant Pot right now has over 1 million members.
Yep.
How would you guys like that?
I'm on 40 different Facebook groups for sure.
Great.
So
I am too. Smoking, barbecuing, I got it all.
Yeah, it's and I share specifically to those, so I get what you're saying.
Right. There's crock pot. Some of your cooks, they do Cajun and crock pot. You find a group that's pertaining to that video for that week. Join it and then share the video.
Yep. Smoking Dabber Do 420, 2 hours plus. Yeah, we've been going strong, brother. Tiki and NECA TV. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Ken, I saw you throw your finger up. You had something to add real quick?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I had something, but I forgot what it was because I'm sitting here to keep listening, and I totally is just gone.
All right. Meathead said, if you were going to be a Pokemon, what would you be?
I would probably be one of my favorite Pokemons is Abra. Abras, they turn into Kadabras and then they turn into Alakazam. Nice. So I would be an Abra. I just love the Abras. They're bright yellow and that's my favorite color. So I would be an Abra.
I need our kids down here to translate that for us.
Yeah.
It reminds him of his hat from the original cooking video.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so I was trying to wrap this up a bit, but this is actually a pretty good question here. Grilling Grandpa, what about naming the videos and keywords? How much effort do you put into keywords and SEO stuff?
Okay, so one of the things you need to know is that the title, the description, and the tags all affect search. So if you say ribeye steak in the title and you put ribeye steak in your tags and you have the word ribeye steak in your description, you have thrusts for you. So if I type it twice, we'll pop below you, but you will pop up above them. So like I pop up above Dean stuff and I pop up above Gordon Ramsay stuff because I have it in the tags and the description. That's why you put the whole recipe in the description. Come say hi. Say hi to the guys. Real quick.
Buddy.
At Junior, they all say congratulations on your engagement. They watch the engagement chicken. Nice. I'm doing with cooking with CJ right now. Right. So I'll be off in a minute, okay?
Jack, tell them I like the wing video where you tricked all three boys into eating the hot wings.
I put hot on every one of them. Yep, that's great.
I remember that one too. That was
awesome. So yeah, I put a lot of value in title. Also in the title, do not put the repeating in the beginning. So let's say you're doing Fishing 101 and then you put the title. Don't put Fishing 101 in the beginning because they'll only see Fishing 101 all the time. They thought they've seen it already. Put the different title at the front. Put the repeating title at the end. So the hot seat should be at the end because everybody knows the hot seat. Don't put it at the beginning. So you don't want it to say the hot seat at the beginning because everybody thinks it's last week's hot seat. So
I'm doing something right then.
Yeah. So make sure you put the repeating title that you keep generating. So if I put in product reviews, it's going to be at the end of the title. I want the different title at the beginning. So lots of value in those. All very valuable. Because if I put in mashed potatoes and you don't have the recipe and mashed potatoes in your recipe, so you won't pop up. You want to pop up. You want to be searched for.
So one thing I do not do is put the recipe in the chat or in the description. I put the ingredients, but I never put the recipe. So
yeah, put the directions.
The recipe in there.
How many times do you repeat those ingredients in the directions?
Yeah.
That gives you more about onions or mushrooms or whatever you're cooking with. So you got mushrooms in the title, you got mushrooms in the tags, you got it 3 times in the description. You're going to pop up above anybody who has it only once.
That's a great pro tip right there. So I have over 200 videos to go through tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Just one at a time. All right. Guys, it's almost hour 3. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. We're going to go to Kent. We'll go to you, back to you, Jack, and then I'll send it out. Kent, are you good? You don't want to say nothing to the people?
I I don't have any more questions. If that's what you're asking,
I'm saying say goodbye to the people.
Oh, I can say goodbye to the people.
There you go. Just feel free anytime now.
Yeah, let me know when.
I'm sure
you might say goodbye in a few seconds. I don't know.
No, it's been Jack. This has been great, man. I've really enjoyed it, and I see Mike is now saying he's really going to bed for sure this time. So yeah, Jack is awesome, and Mike says he appreciates you very much.
He's a good guy.
Very good dude.
Yeah,
and I can't agree more with him. So thank you, Jack, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, Jack, tell people goodbye and all that good stuff.
All right, so goodbye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is valuable time, and I appreciate it, and I hope you learned one new thing. I just hope you learned one new thing. And remember to help your brother and your sister. Put a hand down and help a newbie. And I finally learned well. That's what I'm trying to share right now, is the wisdom I've learned.
Right on.
That's all I got.
Thank you, brother. Keith Bettag wanted me to ask the Mount Rushmore question. Okay, real quick, Mount Rushmore question. 4 people, this is Meathead's question. 4 people you love and admire would be on your Mount Rushmore. Quick.
Say it one more time. You're cutting in and out. Sorry.
4, so it's the Mount Rushmore question. Who are the 4 people you love and admire would be on your Mount Rushmore? And it doesn't have to be cooking, it be overall.
Probably my mom would be one, because I am who I am because my mom raised me right. So I give her all the glory and credit for that. So I put my mom's face on there. I'd have Frank Sinatra, of course.
Nice.
I would put probably Alton Brown up there as a celebrity chef that I admire. And
wife.
And my wife would be the last one.
That's a great one. How did you go?
It just came to me. It came the last moment. It's weird.
Anytime we have someone on who's married and they start thinking for hours, we cough wife all the time.
There you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I'm with you. I get it.
That's funny. All right. So, Keith, there you go. Meathead, there you go. I'm going to wrap this up, party people. We will be putting the Hangout link in the chat. If you want to join in, make sure you're on Google Hangouts, and we'll be chatting for a little while afterwards. Next week's guest is Johnny Maggs and Messy Mike from Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. Can't wait. I was on their podcast last week. I wanted them to have them on my show, so they'll be with us next week. Johnny Maggs is a dope dude, and Messy Mike's a great guy too. So New England guys, so they're all crazy excited over the Pats and Tom Brady and whatever. Exactly. So Jack, dude.
Yeah.
All honesty, all seriousness. Thank you for coming on. This has been awesome. It's great to get to know you. I'm excited to, continue our relationship and continue to talk and learn from you and grow. I'm excited. The final question.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see on the hot seat?
I'd like for you to go for somebody who's popular, somebody who's already made a name, a celebrity. I want you to go for a big celebrity. I want you to get somebody at that level. I want you to call them and talk to them, and you'd be surprised if you ask.
The one big fish that I reached out for was Binging with Babish.
Right.
I emailed them. I reached out to the management company and still haven't heard back. But that's.
Do you want him?
I did not have a number for Binging with Babish.
Okay. There's an email, a business email on his webpage, on YouTube page.
Right.
Take that business email and have everybody who watches your show to share that email and have everybody write at the same time.
All right. That's a good idea.
If I got 1,000, emails, I would freak out. I'd be like, dude, serious? There's a part of his heart that remembers when he got started. And tell him you're just starting out, and it would be an honor to have him on the show.
Definitely.
And if he doesn't, tell him you had me on the show, and then I'm going to say crappy stuff. No, don't threaten him. Don't threaten him. No, show him love and show him respect and see what happens. I promise you, something major is going to happen, and your show is going to go another level.
Yeah. Well, from your lips, right? Definitely great idea. I will get CJ's crew on that for sure. That's it, guys. Again, just from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you coming on. It's great getting to know you. I know a lot of people have gotten to know you very well now, and they feel like they know you a lot better. You know, I know we had in the chat. I figured we'd have a lot more trolls in there, but you know, a couple stopped in, but that's it. You know what? We didn't even break the record on is thumbs down. You tied a record. That was it. So we didn't have as many haters as you thought would be in there. So
good. We had some good, loving people here tonight.
Yeah, we had some. You know, the YouTube's Cooks community is very, very, very good group of people for sure, and made lots of friends with these people. And I can't.
Anything you need from me, you let me know. Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
And I will for sure.
Thank you, sir.
So, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hangout link in there. Please don't jump on until we jump off. I appreciate you guys all being here this week. I know Jack, I know Kit loves you guys. I know all our moderators in the chat. Thank you so much for keeping everybody on the straight and narrow in there. Keep Bet Tag. Thanks for keeping score. All the people in the chat, thank you so much for being here and all these beautiful questions that you put in there. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week. Take care.